Hi, I'm Almighty Argus.
Hey, I'm Chrono Gamer.
I'm OutlawMyke.
I'm Chr1spydad.
I'm Julio_GX.
Hi, I'm Spaced.
I'm It's Mark to the Future.
Hello, I'm Vikis.
Hi, I'm Cagematic, and I'm a parent of Twitch. We're all.
Parents of Twitch.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the spooktacular event of Parents of Podcast Twitch Parents of Twitch podcast.
Parents of Podcast Twitch.
Parents with
I'm
Twitches.
Cagematic. We have our other two guest hosts, OutlawMyke. Say hello, OutlawMyke.
Hello, OutlawMyke.
That's right. And say hello to our special guest host, the king of crap, XDukeofdookie.
What's up, everybody?
And then I'd like for you all to welcome our guest for tonight, whatever it may be for you, Chr1spydad. Chr1spydad, say hello to the folks.
How's it going, guys?
Hey. All right, so happy Halloween, early Halloween, everybody. It's not really Halloween yet, but it's getting there, right? So
That's right.
it will be tomorrow, and we wanted to do this so everybody had a chance to go out and hang out with their kids and stuff. And or if you're not going to do that and you want to sit at home and eat candy, whatever, it's all good in the hood.
That's a good question. Let's go ahead and let's just dive right in.
All right,
Okay.
so let's introduce Chr1spy and then let's dive it. Let's do it.
Okay, do it.
Chr1spy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who you are, why you are the way you are, why you are who you are, and all that good junk.
All right. Well, tonight I'm an Among Us character.
Sus,
Mainly, yeah, very, very sus. Yeah, I'm a parent. We got 3 kids. We love playing video games together. Among Us is one of our favorite video games at the moment. So this is what we're dressing up as a family, all 5 of us.
That's cool.
It's gonna be great.
It's very cool.
Yeah, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm a family man. I work during the day. I stream at night. Beautiful supporting wife that lets me do what I do.
Nice.
That's me.
All right. So what games do you stream normally?
So I
Besides
started
Among
streaming, right? I started streaming Fortnite mainly because I wanted something to do with my kids, and my kids are super big into Fortnite. So it was like it started out as a father-daughter thing, and did a lot of Fortnite at the beginning, a little bit of Apex to try and branch out and do my own thing, but I learned quickly that I'm really poor at FPSs. Did some Fall Guys. So we did some Fall Guys. Right now, we're really big into Rocket League. Trying to rank up a little bit in Rocket
Very
League.
nice.
So I'm kind of doing a little bit of everything. Trying to find my niche still. I'm pretty new. I've done this for, I guess, a couple months now, but I started during the pandemic just because I was already home playing video games.
Yeah, it just makes sense, right?
Right. So still trying to find my niche, get my groove going, find the game. I think that's what I really need to do now is find something to focus on.
Well, I saw you crushing it in Squadrons. What, a couple streams back? Because you said you got the flight sticks for it, right?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
awesome.
get Star Wars Squadrons. Yeah, I got the flight sticks. I wasn't streaming it in VR, but I do have a headset to play it in. But I have the
Bruh.
full on.
What?
I got
Dude,
the full
you
on
gotta-
hands-on throttle and stick with the rudder pedals and everything.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like the dream, man. That's the dream, brother. Like,
What kind of what motion craziness do you get with VR though? Like, is it a little overwhelming, or is it just it's fully
Yeah.
immersive because you can control it?
Do you get like sick
Eh,
at all?
Yeah, so at first there is definitely some motion sickness to flying an airplane in space in VR. It's crazy because you can move in different directions while you're looking out the cockpit.
oh
So
boy,
that
that's
part-
crazy. That's
You know,
I
that
didn't even
part-
think about that.
Hard.
Because the TIE fighters have more maneuverability, don't
Pass
they?
you
So you
up
can
and
like turn on
stuff.
a dime, right?
Yeah,
Drift
so
and
the TIE
stuff.
fighters are a bit more agile, but you can only see out that front window.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the X-wings have the canopy style.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
for being in the future, I always thought they really didn't make these cockpits for visibility, right? It's like
That's a
driving,
good point.
driving a '92 Camaro. You know, like all you can see is just right here in front of you. You can't see out the sides. You can't see behind you. You got this really small thing, you know, cockpit just to see right in front of you. I don't know if that's
Mhm.
on purpose to maybe focus, you know, kill what's
I don't
ahead
know.
of you, but like, shouldn't you be paying attention to the side and stuff like that at least?
No,
The
man.
cool thing
that's-
is if you're in a TIE fighter in VR, you can actually lean forward and look further out of the front
What?
window.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool,
dude,
man.
what? That
Oh,
is
bro.
cool.
It's pretty neat, man.
So let's shift gears and let's talk about the Duke, the Sultan of, well, you know,
Silly.
himself, the
Silly.
Sultan of silliness. Yeah, little master himself,
Yeah,
Duke
yeah,
Dookie. Tell us about yourself, sir.
yeah. Duke.
Yeah, a parent of two, husband to a not as supportive wife, but definitely loves to have fun with it. But yeah, no, I just like I mean, basically, I go through a whole array of games. The dudes that I usually play with, the Dookie squad or Dookie crew.
Hold on, pause.
you-
Time out. Let's explain to everybody what you mean by the Dookie crew. Like, that sounds like it's
Oh.
pretty. It goes, you
Hold
know,
on.
it sounds like it goes pretty deep.
I'm gonna abandon protocol here and just go ahead and bring this guy right over there. Yeah, no, so the Dookie crew does go pretty deep. It started with so I have two brothers, two sisters, but none of us are fully related. So I have a stepbrother and a half brother, and then I have two half sisters. So the way it works out is with my stepbrother, we're like 9 months apart, or maybe 7 months apart. So we grew up together.
Like twins.
Basically, yeah. It's like we started off scrapping, and then now we're just like, I mean, we're brothers, basically, of course. But his stepdad, his mom remarried, and his stepdad came in with a name one day. At the time, I was Lord Chip Douglas from The Cable Guy, and
Nice.
from there he came in with Daddy Dookie, which then transitioned my stepbrother into being the son of Dookie. And then I was like, well, what can I be? And I just went with Dookie just because I thought it sounded funny.
Plus,
but
it
then
ran with the theme.
It went with the theme. You get a little bit of alliteration in there. It's nice. But yeah, so I went with Dookie, and then our other brother went with Desert Dookie because we live in the desert.
The old
Then
desert.
came Moist Dookie, Mountain Dookie, the Big Dookie.
Mountain
Lord,
Dookie gets
man,
me every time.
Dookie and
Yeah.
Ran.
Well, so then we also have my buddy Dachshund Dookie. That's my buddy. He lives like a street over from me. He was Dachshund Dookie, but before he was 8 pounds 6 ounce baby Dookie. There's my buddy Lukewarm Dookie, but he's out in the Netherlands right now. So now he's Danish Dookie.
My God.
Nice.
It goes deep, dude. I could go through. There's at least 20, maybe 30 different Dookies.
So you're
yeah,
straight Dookie deep with it, right?
Oh yeah, we always run Dookie deep. I always try to like
Dookie.
play with different viewers or different streamers, but there's always a Dookie that pops up, and I'm like, guys, I got to Duke up. I'm sorry. And yeah, so the guys that I normally run with right now, we're playing Call of Duty Warzone pretty much to death until we get sick of it.
Nice.
Yeah, then we'll play some Rocket League. We used to play PUBG. Usually shooters kind of just come at everything, but I mean, since we started streaming, I got some of them to get into Among Us. Yeah, and we'll just kind of bounce around with whatever's hot at the time. We just try out pretty much any game we can.
Right.
So yeah, that's about it. It's been just streaming. I figured I'm playing games anyway. Might as well let people watch me if they really wanna.
It's very true.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people do is they, they're like, man, why not do it? What have I got to lose? I guess, sort of thing.
Yeah. What's the worst that could
Exactly.
happen?
My time and my sanity, maybe.
What am I gonna
But
get
other than
cyberbullied?
that-
Yeah.
Square
What am
up,
I
little kid.
Yeah, what am I
Like,
going to get
yeah.
cyberbullied?
We're-
You might.
We're that generation, man. You can't cyberbully us.
Yeah,
Like we invented cyberbullying.
you gotta
buddy.
make me cry in person. You're not gonna do it online.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just some little you're some little guy who lives in your basement or something, You're not real.
Yeah.
Not real.
That's a old basement Dookie.
That's what I tell people. Like,
Oh,
if
there we go.
someone's yelling at you, I'm like, you're not even real, bro. Get on with your bad self, bro. What's up,
That's
Mark
it.
to the future? But yeah, so talking about streaming, and kind of we were talking about this earlier before, like keeping chatters. Getting the chatters is hard enough, but keeping them is a whole nother. I'm sorry, I'm staring into Crispy's screen at his.
I catch myself doing it every time.
I'm watching himself. He's
The
like
game within the
singing or
game.
something. I don't know what he's doing, but I just can't stop watching.
I'm sitting
him.
here like putting these little labels up. Like, man, I really hope I'm
He's
not
got,
being
like
too
his
distracting.
hair's kind of like across his eye, and he's like just looking at you, like, yeah, what's up, man?
Is that your channel trailer? Because I popped onto your channel, I think yesterday actually, just to check out just different things. But that was what was playing.
So I had a channel trailer, but I just recently took that down because that's a whole nother story. But
Gotcha.
this is my starting soon screen. So my
Nice.
starting soon screen is just a random smorgasbord of various already recorded clips mixed
Right.
with me just doing some crazy stuff. So there's me singing into the microphone, and then there's me in like marshmallow helmet that I made for my son as a newscast.
Marshmallow helmet, nice.
Yeah, so you'll see various strange clips going on, and
I
yeah,
like it.
that's what that is.
That's excellent, sir. Excellent. So,
Yeah.
with
go
it
ahead,
being Halloween, and this is 2020 2020's been a crazy year. I think we can all agree.
Mike.
And even, for me personally, the last like 2 weeks have been really ultra weird, right? So coming into a holiday that's normally, bringing children around strangers and groups of people, whatnot. How are you navigating that as parents with the current conditions?
good question.
Okay. So yeah, Halloween is definitely going to be different for my family. We love Halloween, we love decorating, we love trick-or-treating, but we also love our family, which includes some elderly people, and so we really can't take the risk of being around a lot of strangers, right? Because we know
Right.
what we're doing as a household to prevent our exposure, but we don't know what everybody else is doing. So this year, we're traveling up to my mother's tomorrow. Me and my wife have been fortunate enough to be able to work from home. My mother can work from home. So we know that we have our own little bubble. So our Halloween is just going to be, just one big family party. So it's just going to be, 8 or 9 of us that have the same mentality about exposure, and just going to hang out, carve some pumpkins.
Yeah, people that aren't sus, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're doing almost exactly the same thing. We're just gonna stay home. We're gonna have ourselves a little bonfire. We're gonna make spooky treats, and then we're gonna do kind of like a reverse Easter where we're making little ghosts out of tissue paper that's got like candy and stuff in them, and hide them in the yard. Let the kids go find the little ghosts and stuff like that, and just having our own little Halloween party at home.
Nice.
I like
Nice,
it.
man. Yeah, I'm on the same attack as Crispy. What is it? My mother-in-law. I mean, she hosts all the family parties, so yeah, same thing. We're all getting together. I mean, the majority of people we've seen pretty much since everything started, so we're in our own little cluster. Yeah, so we're just gonna do the same thing. Have a family party. Cut up pumpkins last night because in Arizona, if you cut your pumpkins, more than 48 hours before Halloween, they're not gonna make it. So yeah, I went over there today, and that's actually when I was chatting with you guys earlier. It was just the panic of I gotta go. I was cutting up this giant pumpkin, getting it ready for tomorrow. But yeah, same thing.
Cage?
Well, my little guy is, he'll be 9 months. He
So
is
you
9
guys,
months.
you have it pretty easy this year.
Yeah, so who knows what'll happen next year, right? That's the future. Whatever
Yeah.
happens in the future is in the future. Whatever happens in the past is the past. I like to be in the present. That's what a Jedi does. He stays in the
Dude, you got
present.
presents?
You're right.
Yes, I have many presents actually.
Excellent.
Would you like one,
Yeah.
Dookie? I have one in
Always.
my sleeve. Look in my sleeve.
Give him a present.
You don't want a present.
You do not want a present, Dookie.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
You want to go home and you want to stay where you are and rethink your life, but still talk on our podcast. But yeah, we're hoping that maybe next year it'll be different because we got him this little wagon, right? So we strap him down in the back of the wagon and we took him around. In Woodstock, they do these things where they make scarecrows. The local businesses make these little funny scarecrows, and it's like a way to advertise. But it's also like everybody goes, and that's like the thing they do for Halloween. They go and they walk the main street and they look at all the scarecrows. And
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a neat little thing that I've never seen anywhere else. And so we took him down there, and he was just like hanging back in his little wagon like this. He had his little arm on the side of the wagon.
Yeah.
Around like chilling like this. It's like he's like 9 months old and he's acting like he's like in some like Impala, like cruising down the streets in his 6'4",
There you go.
He was like, it was hilarious because everybody that came by him was like, "Oh, he's so cute." It makes you feel nice as a parent, that's probably the only outing we're gonna do. I guess we're just gonna take pictures, maybe, and they were talking about, dress him up. He's gonna be dressed up as a astronaut, and I'll be the mission control guy. And me and my wife are gonna take pictures, and she'll have like a galaxy costume with stars and stuff, and he'll be like driving his little space shuttle, in space.
Yeah.
How everybody has their theme for their kid or whatever.
Yeah.
You can get him in front of your green screen and take some pictures.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about,
should
Christy.
do.
Yeah, that would be because we could do some cool stuff with that.
You could get him a little baby Yoda costume and dress that little wagon up like the little egg gimmick.
Yeah, he could be the little baby. We already did, bro. I already got the costume for him. I didn't even think about the wagon though. That's genius.
Nice. I'm guilty of that. So when Harley's first Christmas, of course she was only a few months old. I dressed her up like Harley Quinn because that's her name. And the idea was we were going to dress Ivy up as Poison Ivy this year. But you can't really there's not really, costumes for that. And just, I was looking at her today with her little ponytail in her head. She looks like Pebbles from the Flintstones. So I was like,
oh, nice.
That's what we're about to do. We're about to make an audible right quick.
I was gonna say you could. I don't know if they have them still, just because it's not as popular. But like Tinkerbell could be a good fit.
Yeah,
just for the.
You're right.
Yeah,
now that I think about
color
that,
scheme.
For the color scheme, I was just gonna get like a green onesie and like get some of those craft plants and like get to going with some hot glue and like make a little mask for her. Yeah. We have like a little Robin mask because we dressed Zoe up like Robin.
Oh, nice.
From not from the Batman most people know, but Robin from the Dark Knight Returns was a girl. So pretty cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's kind of weird, like what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? When you it's adapting. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like to this whole. It's like you don't think about it until you're like, oh, we're gonna do Christmas, oh, Thanksgiving. Then you're like, wait a minute, can we invite Aunt Charlene to, because she's kind of sus and she doesn't care about wearing a mask, but like you always invite Aunt Charlene, but like she's like, I'm not wearing a mask, and you're like, damn. So can we invite Aunt Charlene? And then you don't want to hurt people's feelings. So yeah, like I don't even know what we're gonna do for Thanksgiving, dude. What are you guys gonna do?
You invite Aunt Charlene the day of, an hour before.
Oh yeah,
That's what you do.
And watch her show up.
Yeah,
take like a red eye
just
flight
out of spite.
She coming. She coming. Oh no, baby, I'll be right there.
I'll be right there.
Don't you worry, Aunt Charlene's on her way.
We are already very antisocial. Like nobody already really came to our house. We never really go anywhere. So now we just have a better excuse.
Nice. Very nice.
I mean, that's what it is.
I did not expect that, Mike. To be honest with you, I did not expect that.
We're very like homebody people, we're like hermit crabs, and we generally don't like people as a group. So we're like,
People, what a bunch
we're
of
cool.
bastards.
We're cool being over here in our little corner by ourselves, We have a few select friends that come through every now and again, but it's never really the last time we did anything for Thanksgiving was 2016 when we first moved in. We had a big old Thanksgiving here, and it was like 20 people we never see piled up in my house judging me. Like somebody tried to steal my toilet paper. Like it was weird. All right.
Judging
me? You got that good 3-ply stuff.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I got that good septic tank safe stuff, bro. I live in the country, baby.
That's funny as hell. Jesus Christ. I mean, why are you guys so, so antisocial, bro?
I don't know, man. It's just the way it is, I don't know. I don't know.
I get it. No, I get it.
It's funny because, my wife and I both, coming up, she was a social butterfly and I was, the clown in the corner, but I was always around people. And then like now in my older years, I'm like, what are you doing here, buddy? I didn't invite you. Like, don't show up to my house
because this guy's here.
Like, dude, my wife, even if like the cable guy's coming, my wife won't answer the door if I'm not here. Like you can see her through the window, she still ain't coming to that door.
Yeah,
we live. That's her.
I get it. I don't like people in my house.
See, I just don't. I don't know.
I like family in my house, like my immediate family. It's funny because it's my wife's family, because I don't get to see my family, to be honest with you. They all live in North Carolina, so it's like,
oh yeah, see,
I don't get to see them at all. But like weirdly, my wife's family are really cool, and like my mother-in-law is like one of the coolest people I've ever met. Like she will, like her and my wife and her brother will fight during holidays, and it's like
most families do,
hilarious
right?
shit. No, this is like they're like calling each other like really vulgar names and stuff, and like talking about like,
really,
yeah, it's hilarious.
I mean, look, I come from a family that we used to get together every Sunday, right? At my mama's house, all her kids and their kids, and we were all musicians. We'd all bring our instruments and pile up in the back patio and jam and play music and barbecue. And there's like 30 people there. And, most of the adults are getting drunk by mid-afternoon. There's like been like 3 fist fights and everybody's got to disperse because there's going to be the cops if we don't stop, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I get it.
Yeah. It's funny because they don't even need to be drunk to do it, which is great. It's just great for me because I'm from like a family that like we never did that. You know what I mean? Like my dad was a Marine, so he was like, if you like say anything bad about your mom or your dad, like he was like, you're
we got to handle this.
Yeah, we got something.
I'm taking you, over here and putting a whip into your butt, man. So like it's just weird to see that because I'm like, oh my god, she said, what'd she just say to her mom? Oh my god, what did her brother just say to her mom? Oh my god, So it's funny to see that because I'm not used to it. I still,
You know what?
I'm
I don't
still not
understand. I don't understand why put yourself through that torture. That's my gimmick. Like that's probably why we don't go places and do things like that because even if we're not involved, I'm not involved. Like if there's static going on in the air over there, I don't want to be around, man. I don't want to be around all that. That's
Well,
that's
I guess
cool.
it's-
That's y'all lives, but
See that? I guess that's because you've lived that, like that's how your family is. I'm not used to it, so it's like if you never, I guess, like if you've never seen the moon before or something, and all of a sudden the moon comes out, you're like, whoa, what is that thing, man?
If you've never
Everybody's
seen the
like-
moon before, you got a lot more going
It's
on.
like everybody, it's like,
Bro,
that's
for
just the moon,
real.
bro. What do you care? What's the big deal? Everybody sees it every day, but it's you've never seen it, so it's
Well,
a big deal to you.
I definitely
I'm just
get
using the
that a
moon
little
to
bit, though.
adventure.
No, I got you.
As a yeah.
But I get
Everybody's
that a
seen
little
the
bit.
moon.
My wife is the youngest of 7, and so her niece is the same age as her by like 9 months. I mean, maybe 9 months different because
Yeah.
her oldest sister was having a kid at the same time her mom was having her.
Right.
So I come from a small and very fractured and dispersed family. And so walking into, so I'm like about 6'4". I'm a big dude, but I'm
You're
like the shortest
6'4",
of her.
Dookie?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm the
bro.
shortest of my brothers and her brothers. Like that's what's wild about it.
You must
so
be
I walk
related
in-
to Hagrid, right?
Well, yeah, he's in the tree somewhere. We don't really claim him. 'Cause,
Yeah, he went off to become a wizard, and we were like, yeah.
He's off on some wizard shit. We're like, oh yeah, wizards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weirdo.
Oh yeah, wizards.
But yeah. So yeah, her family is kind of the same way, super social, and so I had to go from 0 to 100 really quick. There was a point where
Right.
my wife
That's a
just
good
sat
way
me
of
down.
describing it. It's 0 to
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, guess what? I don't care if you like just hanging at the house with me. This is the rest of my life over here, so you got to deal with this now. It's like, all right. Yeah, no, there was a point where my wife had to like sit me down and be like, if we're gonna stay together, you have to go to all of the family functions. It's like, all right.
You're like,
And
damn it.
yeah, dude, so many birthday parties, so many
Have fun with
everything.
that.
Yeah, but it got to be really cool, really quick, and luckily the loudest one of them all, her oldest brother, really likes me and liked me from the start. So, I can chop it up with all of them now. We're all really good friends. So
See, that's what's good. Like especially if you can get along with them, if you can find like one person that you get along with in the family, it can make it bearable.
My problem was I was also 19, and my day consisted of waking up, and I'm gonna smoke for as long as possible until I go to bed. So I would show up to family functions, and I'd just be chilling, just enjoying myself. And next thing I know, I got
Living
this
your
loud
best life.
Yeah, exactly. I got her dad, who's a Vietnam vet, who's a medic in the Air Force, who just comes in and just eyeball me up and down and start having a serious conversation. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm not ready for this. What is happening? Like, so I had to get acclimated to that really quick. So I definitely get like going from not a huge family or certain family type to, hey, this is everything right now.
Yeah, the 0 to 100 sums it up like beautifully.
Yeah,
It'd be like you like living in Kansas or something, some farm family, and you like, and then you just like meet a girl from New York, and she takes you back to New York. Right.
That's almost the opposite of what Whistler was doing, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Because you went from
that's
New York to
right.
Georgia.
True
That must have been
100 to 0.
100
Hey, speaking of,
wait a minute, I can breathe. Like,
No,
speaking of 100 to 0,
yo,
how many of us use a excuse me, how many of us use a Stream Deck?
I don't use a Stream Deck, but I use the Touch Portal.
So would you count that as a Stream Deck?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Would you, Crispy? If you use a Stream Deck, would you compare? What do you compare it to? Like,
so I don't. When I say I use one, I don't use a physical one. I use a digital one.
On the one on the phone, right? You can get on your phone.
It could go on my phone. It's just on my computer here.
Oh, okay,
it's,
cool.
it's on your
Nice,
computer.
nice.
Yeah.
What's it
That's-
called?
It's called Leorin board. I'm gonna type it
Leorin
in. I'm gonna type it in chat here.
Is that a free one or is it paid for, Crispy?
It is free to use. I
Really?
love it.
Oh,
You can do whatever you want with it.
Nice.
Wow. How the hell did you
Wow.
find that, Crispy?
I wanted a way to interact with my chat. I know you briefly touched on that earlier. How do we get chat to come back and stay, right?
Right.
And I saw a guy on YouTube, Nutty, who's a Twitch
Oh, yeah.
streamer, and he highlights various things from Touch Portal to, different plugins.
That
and
guy
he
is
just-
so hilarious.
Is
by
that
the
is
way.
that the
Yeah.
guy who always says you want to use the buttons and we're using the buttons? Is
Yeah,
that that
yeah,
guy? Okay.
oh.
Dude drives me insane, but he has great advice.
I need to watch
Yeah.
that. What's it
So-
called again?
It's called Nutty. He's funny as hell,
Yeah.
dude.
I think he's Australian or New Zealand.
Yeah, that's what I was
and-
about to say. Isn't
yeah.
he Australian? He's got an accent, a bit of an
Yeah.
accent.
But I wanted a way for my chat to interact with me versus me just talking to you all the time. Because I'm gonna be honest, I can't do it 24/7. Like I can't keep the conversation
so-
going.
You don't like monologuing? Are you not a villain?
That's the
Bro.
hardest part for me as streaming.
Yeah.
It's just talking.
I'm sorry.
No, I
Go ahead,
definitely
Crispy.
get that.
So I wanted a way for my chat to interact. So I've actually connected this Leorin board to my Twitch channel points. So my Twitch viewers can redeem something in the channel points, and it'll make like a green screen animation happen, just to kind of liven up the stream. And I want to do more with it, but that's what I've done so far.
Okay, so they use their channel points to activate your stream deck. That's what you're telling us.
Correct, yeah. And the stream
Oh,
deck
yeah.
will then. So I have all these images on the screen right now, but they're hidden. So the stream deck, once triggered by Twitch, will then toggle it to visible. It'll activate for a couple seconds, and then it'll turn it
Nice.
back off.
So how processor intensive is that?
I don't think it's very processor intensive. So I say that, but it depends on what you want to do with the deck.
Yeah.
So for this instance, having those images on the screen can be a little bit more processor intensive because OBS is still, I guess, kind of trying to render them, even though they're not visible.
Right.
Mhm.
So depending on how much you want to do with it, it can get intensive.
Yeah, I say that sounds like it can get wild, but that's awesome, man. I was actually literally just looking for something kind of like that. That's dope.
I want to find something that I can use to automate lighting, like during my stream. Like say we're getting ready to jump, and like make the lights behind me flash red, like with the game.
Man, can you even?
That would be cool.
You have to get like a. I wonder if they have anything that's digital like that, or if you'd have to get like a piece of hardware to like plug your lights into.
Well, I have this thing that makes it react to the sound, but it's not like smart. It's just done into sound.
I got you.
You would have to run scripts that would activate. You'd probably have to have some sort of, breadboard set up.
Well, you know
at the very least.
you know who's good at scripts, right?
Yeah,
I think,
Caburns. Good
Yeah.
yeah.
point.
I
Whistler
think
also
Mr.
has
Wick,
something.
Mr.
Yeah,
Wicked.
there you
Wizard,
Yeah,
good call.
He's
home
got a few
automation.
guys.
Yeah,
You should ask
guys are-
him, man. Maybe
You're talking like we have a network of people we can talk to.
I
about
know.
these things.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
wonder
like
where
it's
I
like
wonder where I could
What
get in
would
touch
what would
with
we
him.
call that?
I don't even know, man.
Man.
It's like you know what we need is we need like a Discord or something like full of people who do different things or
I
something.
think you're onto
Yeah,
something, man.
Probably have something really awesome in common with us.
I think
I
that's
have
like something in common with all of us. I don't know what it would be though.
I have one of these channel point rewards that activates a dance party. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't share the music through my headset, but
Yeah.
the music will play.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
What the
Dude.
heck?
It'll activate This-
What?
Bro,
Nice little tracking setup. Oh,
Dude.
man.
Crispy, dude. What the-
Tutorials. We need
Dude,
tutorials.
that
Big
is
Daddy.
wicked, Crispy. Hell yeah, dude.
Crispy, you should really look into doing like tutorial streams for
Dude,
stuff like that. That'd be
This is
cool.
the thing with the dancing thing. I have a dance thing too. It's like dancing song time with Cage, you know? So like I got my green screen, but it's attached to my chair, so I can't really get up and dance, you know, like I used to when it was just like my, you know, my room. So like now I have to kind of like dad dance in my chair, you know, like
Right. That's all I can do in front of the camera. A little bit of this, a little bit of
Crispy,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. That I'm like, that's kind of cool. I can do that little, you know.
Look, we just
woo.
live right here.
Yeah, that's it. I
This is
just
where we
live.
stay.
just
Where we
live
live
in
right
this
here.
circle. Live in this little circle right here. Just live
None of
here.
this.
So I was like,
So-
I gotta add something, and I was like, okay, well, karaoke.
real
Yes,
quick
I
on
am
your
very
green
warm.
screen. I was talking to Duke of Dookie earlier, but this behind me is just like a $6 piece of green fabric that's held together on an $8 laundry rack from Walmart.
Laundry rack.
So
That's
it's
it,
like
bro.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a-
you shared a photo of that once, didn't you?
I
How
may
big?
have.
How big is a cloth? Did you get? Did you say, Crispy? 6
So
by
it's-
6 or something?
Yeah, it's 2 yards, so it's 6 foot.
Yeah, 2 yards. It's like this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not using green screen. I'm using the depth gimmick with the Connect right now. But
Mm-hmm.
that's oops. Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
like they're cheapo depot, man. Like $5 at Walmart.
yeah. I actually got this green screen behind me. I actually got sent to me by a fellow parent of Twitch, Lemon Smith.
Hot dog.
Hey, you video game.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He literally sent it to me. I don't know what I was saying. I was like, man, I love your green screens because I was watching them. And I was like, I love your green screens. Like, what do you guys use? And he was like, oh, we use a setup that Gimmick, his partner, has. And he's like, I got these things. And he like sent me a picture of him like lounging back in a chair with this big ass green thing on his chair. And I was like, what the hell is that, dude? And he's like, oh, we never could get him like to work like perfectly. He was like, you want it? And I was like, no, I couldn't take that to you. He's like, it's already been shipped, man. So it was our community's pretty sweet, man, and pretty awesome. And that's what I was saying, Mike. You'll be able to find somebody, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I
don't
got
know.
ideas.
I'm not a
just
script
don't have
writer.
much
I've done a
dough.
little bit of C++, but I can't imagine that would be super difficult. But I could be wrong.
I have to hit the be right back.
There you go. What's happening?
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding. 5 points to what's happening.
What's happening? Where can I order my shirt? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
House of
she wants to
Thousand
order a
Corpses, that's
shirt.
it.
A shirt.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So
Captain
I'm working
Spaulding.
on it. I'm working on it. I gotta. I don't. The only way I can think of doing it is like just like giving you guys the PayPal for parents of Twitch and just sending it to that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
That would work.
I guess I was thinking.
Or
I've
Isn't
got
it
a
like
website that I could
Teespring or
put
something like that? You could just
Yeah, it's
we could
Printful.
buy it or whatever. Yeah,
we could.
Printful.
Yeah, we could
just
do
share
it.
a link to buy it. It supports
Mhm.
it would support the
Yeah, we just
like it
support
wouldn't be
us.
at cost, right? It would
No, it would probably be. I wouldn't make it much more. It would make maybe like $2 or $3 more than cost. Because honestly,
that's a good deal.
I'm not really trying to. I'm not trying to make money. I'm just trying. Like any money that we make would go back into the community somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still kind of working on how. Because I didn't think that we were going to be able to make any money off this. If I'm being honest, I thought maybe we would become affiliate. Yeah, we could make hats.
Hats would be dope. You know, I like me some hats.
Yeah, there's hats, there's beanies, there's hoodies, you can make anything on that website, and it's decent. The price is decent.
Awesome.
You know what? Speaking of that, like, have you guys ever thought about making merch? Crispy, OutlawMyke. What about you guys?
Look, I'm already in the game. Like I got Cajun Outlaws gimmicks everywhere.
Well, I know you got
Printful is a great
Outlaws.
idea.
But
Well,
what
that's
about?
what I used to. that's what I managed for the Cajun Outlaws was the merch and the sales and stuff like that. But we use like a local print shop, and I don't. Man, it's cool to shop local and all that, but man, they're just so expensive. So
Yeah,
I've been looking for options because if I'm going to be doing the OutlawMyke thing, it's going to be there's less
you gotta
input.
get it as cheap as you can, but
Yeah.
the best quality you can. It's like a
Exactly.
weird line you got to go through. What about you,
Exactly.
Crispy? You ever thought about, or is
So
there
I've-
like a line that you're waiting to get to or something where you're like,
Yeah.
okay, if I get this many subs or this many, followers or something, then I'll start maybe putting some merch out.
I think so. I talked about finding my niche earlier.
Yeah.
So I think kind of finding my groove and my niche in that game that I play. Maybe I don't even have a logo yet. I just have this emote.
Crispy,
right now.
we gotta get you a logo,
Oh,
bro.
dude.
Yeah.
We
that
gotta get
logo, man.
we gotta get on that.
But I still feel like I'm trying to find myself in this world, this Twitch
You do.
world.
You got to find, like you said, your niche. You got to find like something that like kind of like brings you together with other people, but also sets you apart. Which is the weirdest
right.
thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta sell yourself like disappearing. behind the
Right.
mic.
Oh, that's creepy. Okay.
Hey, where?
like
Tell us about where. Speaking of finding yourself and your niche, where does Chr1spydad come from?
Yeah, how'd you
The
get
name?
Chr1spydad? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so my first name is Christopher, and growing up in school, in the 90s, there's like 8 Christophers or
Ah,
Chris's
the
in a
90s.
class.
The
So my
90s.
last name starts with a P, so I was always Chris P, and then it just was kind of a nickname that stuck for a while.
Yeah.
And, either people would call me by my last name or just call me Crispy. So the
There
word
you go.
crispy is just a play on my name, and then now I'm a dad, and I was wanting to
Just like pop. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pop
just-
that on the end of
yeah,
it.
That's it.
it just
That's
kind of
actually
worked.
it.
It's good. It works.
It's simple but smart. Like, you know what I mean? That's usually the best things to do is keep it simple, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, keep it simple. Or I like to say keep it simple, silly. So I don't like calling people stupid, but
Right.
you know, keep
I
it
like
simple,
calling people
silly.
stupid.
I know you do, but
No, I don't. I don't.
sometimes
apparently I
you
make-
have to call people stupid. Though.
Apparently, I make people feel stupid, and
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion on the matter is, if I make you feel stupid, then that's your fault, not mine.
Yeah, you shouldn't
saying.
feel dumb because of me or something I'm doing. You should
Yeah,
feel
like
How you
Right.
react is your problem, right?
that's right.
right.
Exactly.
That's something that I've learned, and now that let's face it, close to middle aged, if not already, is that if someone has a problem with me, that's their problem. It's not my problem. They're the one that has it, so it's their problem, not mine. So that helps, move along things a little bit, because I can shrug stuff off that maybe most of the time I wouldn't before. Yeah.
Well, what other kind of gimmicks, as
Gimmicks.
OutlawMyke would say, do you have, Crispy? That like the dance thing's pretty sweet.
Right.
Is there other gimmicks that you like you've tried out, and like is there anything like maybe you tried out and then you're like, this didn't really work very well, or maybe ideas that you have for gimmicks that you're working on? That fucking marshmallow helmet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can.
I just saw it. Sorry.
Got him.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm gonna move over here. This is
Hell
actually
yeah.
my stream deck here.
Thank you. What's
This is
happening?
why I need
Oh, wow,
a second monitor ASAP.
Dude, this is why I need a third monitor.
Wait, you only have one monitor, Dookie?
Yep.
Dude.
What?
Oh,
What?
I feel,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh.
It's just me, my monitor, and my phone.
When you get a second monitor, Dookie, you're just gonna
The whole world opens up.
Dude.
Oh, absolutely.
It is. It's gonna be
I went
like a
to-
symphony. Of,
I went to 3 and then back down to 2. And it's like,
yeah. I'm
I
afraid
mean,
if I go
complete.
more than 3, I'm just gonna start buying monitors and just have like
you're going to have like,
wikis. I'm gonna have a wiki setup, like where it's like
yeah.
4 monitors and then one up top on the far bottom, maybe one built into my desk or something.
Mhm.
There you
Anyway,
go.
Sorry,
Well, let me-
Crispy. We went on
yeah,
a
I was gonna
monitor.
Yeah, let me see what
Rant
I'm missing over here.
Yeah.
So bring us back to the reality here, Crispy.
Okay. So on here I have, this is the Leorin board stream deck, and this is all my channel points that I've categorized here, and these are all the images or videos that are active. And I also have different voice changers. So I got like a demon voice and a high voice, which has been a fan favorite when they get my voice going up real high.
Yeah.
Um,
Do they
I got
have
this, like- zoom effect.
Whoa, that's
Whoa.
awesome.
That's cool.
The dance party I showed you. And then I have some different sound effects, which are just chat activated. So if chat were to type in a keyword without the exclamation point, I have some Star Wars ones because I was really big into Star Wars Squadrons, the last month or two.
Yeah.
And just different sound effects. There's a USB like unplugging noise that somebody can trigger. And then there's no warning. And so I'm sitting there like, okay, what just unplugged?
Dude, that's hilarious right there. Because every time you even know that you made it, and you're still like,
yeah. And then I gotta look like, oh man, somebody redeemed the channel point.
yeah, you're like, damn it, man, really, bro?
That's awesome.
And then I have this barrel roll one.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Actually,
dude.
it's from
Wow.
Star Fox. It says, do a barrel roll.
Yes.
And it just rotates me around.
I do that every time I'm flying something in any game. I'm like, do a barrel roll. Whoop. There it is.
Nice.
Now, are these can all be triggered in your chat, Crispy?
Yeah, everything on the screen is triggered in my chat.
Dude, this is oh my god, I have not even gotten to this level, bro.
And then
Bro,
I have,
like,
go ahead.
no, like I'm flabbergasted. This is great.
Yeah, please
I
keep
have
going.
different sounds for different bit tiers.
Yeah.
So, I have a song that plays for 1 bit, and then a song that plays for 2 to 10 bits. And then it just keeps going up. And then, the Dragon Ball Z over 9,000. Not that that would happen, but it's there. Right.
Nice.
Just in case, though.
Just in case. I'm
in
prepared.
Yeah, Boy Scouts motto.
And then I have bit specific ones. So 65 is actually I'm Blue by Eiffel 65.
Yeah.
69 and 420 and 666 and 999 and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool, man.
That's epic.
Yeah, you are very organized as well.
I try to be, or else I'd be so lost.
Your buttons are extremely organized, man.
So with the actual buttons and things like that, where did you find the I don't want to say like the little tools to actually make your camera do the barrel roll and things like that?
Yeah, like does it come with the DeLorean thing?
Okay, so the barrel roll one, when I go to edit commands, it's a motion rotation. So it sets my rotation as 360 degrees.
Oh,
and the
nice.
duration for it and the delay. So I put the delay at 5 seconds so that, the sound effect populates first, and then the barrel roll happens.
That's awesome. So you can do it all within the actual board itself in the software. That's
Exactly.
That's
So like
freaking awesome, man.
That
Where
is awesome.
these green screen ones, these are the sources I was telling you. So it just changes the visibility to true, and then it waits 3.5 seconds, and then it just turns it to false and turns it back off.
I want you to know you've absolutely ruined my night because this is all I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night.
Yep, this is
if I wasn't
great. Now
talking
I have
Star Wars after this, I'd be doing the same.
Now I thought I was gonna have time. Finally, yes, I caught up podcast videos. Now I can start on my YouTube videos. Nope, never mind.
That's gone.
Thanks,
Never
Chris,
mind.
Appreciate it. No, still not gonna put anything on YouTube now.
Back burner comes to the front.
If you're willing, I'm ready. I can set up a new button for you guys here and do a quick little tutorial.
Absolutely,
Yeah, absolutely.
Please do.
I was prepared for this.
Look at that. Prepared
Freaking-
for everything.
Are you a Boy Scout, Crispy Dad?
Not at all, but I have Air Force parents, so I'm a little structured.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner,
Yeah.
chicken dinner.
Hey, 205 Oni.
Duke of Dookie might be familiar. I'm actually from Davis-Monthan Air Force Base.
Oh, nice. Yeah, absolutely. I live about a block away from there,
Yeah.
which I think everybody here does.
All right, so let's see. We're going to go to...
That always freaks me out when I see that. Like,
right? So I have an image here called an alien kiss, which if Dave Morey was here, this was made for Dave Morey.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we're gonna
all right.
we're gonna get this to work for Dave. So we're gonna create a new button here, and we're gonna call it Alien Kiss. And so that's done. The button's done, but it does nothing at the moment. So what we want it to do is,
Hey, are we supposed to see what you're doing with the thing, or see your background there?
yeah, I should probably get you on this thing here.
There we go.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, just want to take a second. 205 Oni, thank you. I think this is the first time he's been to the podcast, so welcome.
Hey.
I hope you stay on, man.
Yeah,
Welcome to an
man.
awesome tutorial by Chr1spydad on some sweet A things that you can do on your Twitch to make it okay.
So I'm
And
gonna
then after
put it in
that,
chat again.
we've got a surprise.
Yes. Go ahead, Chr1spydad. Sorry.
All right, so right now we're going to create a new button, and we're going to call it our Alien Kiss, so it's consistent and we know it's the button we want. So we're going to add a command. We're just going to right-click on the button, add a command, and we are going to... I already have this image. I just ripped it off the internet, just saved it to my desktop. It's an image of an alien from the movie Aliens. And I already have it. I already have it as an image source in my scene. So I'm not going to really go over what scenes and sources are.
Right.
But we're going to go to filter, change visibility. So right now it's not visible, and we want to get this Alien Kiss source and this move source. Is that the one I wanted? No. So this move source is actually in the scene. Get move source, and we're going to toggle it on. So it's going to toggle on and toggle off. So that's done. So this is what it does, but how do we trigger it? So we're going to add our Twitch trigger, and this can be anything. So this can be bits, it can be subs, it can be our channel point redeem, a host, a raid, a chat message, whatever you want it to be.
Oh, stream elements eat your heart out.
Exactly, right? So we want this name to be exactly what our channel point is going to be called so that they can mirror each other. So we're going to name it Alien Kiss. So whenever that Twitch channel point Alien Kiss is redeemed, it'll then do the command. So we're going to hit done so that we save it. And we go back to our board, and there's the button. Now it's back in our board. So one last thing we have to do is we have to go to our channel's dashboard into channel points and make our channel point so we can actually redeem it. So real quick, we're going to add a new one.
See, I forgot to do that.
Remember, we want to call it exactly the same name. So Kiss from a friend. How much do we want it to cost? Done. You can make it fancy later, but that's really all we need to do. We just need to create it. So now we can go back here, and I believe it should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead into my Twitch channel, go to my channel point Alien Kiss, and redeem it. Boom. There it is.
Bro.
Yeah.
Dude. That is creepy, man.
That's super simple.
So the way I have it coming in, though, is a filter. So this is a move source filter. And
that was my next question. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't go over that when creating the button, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just a move source. So we turn it on, here it comes, and then it's going to toggle itself off. And if you want to, send me a message, I can go over how to get this move source and transform it from one location to the next location. I can go over that in a little bit more detail.
Dude, for real. You're going to have to do a whole series of tutorials.
That's awesome though, man.
That'd be a great thing.
It would be very, very cool to have, because I didn't even know about Lorien board, dude. I thought Touch Portal was the only free.
Fables, I'm sorry.
I thought Touch Portal was the only free software Stream Deck, competitor out there. I didn't even know about Lorien board, man.
Yeah, so you can hook it up to your phone or like a tablet too, and you can have all these buttons on there.
Is it is it iPhone specific or Android specific, or can you do it on either or?
I'm not sure because I only use the digital one that you saw. But I think I have their Discord and I can put their actual Discord in.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
later.
I'm sure there'd be plenty of people who'd love to do it.
I threw a link in the Stream Tools channel for in our Discord.
Nice.
So
yeah, that's the download right there.
It's the mod's fault.
It's the mod's fault.
It was a misunderstanding.
It's always the mod's fault.
It's always.
My mod told me that someone wanted to fight me IRL in my chat. Turns out Fable just wanted to play Rocket League.
Oh my god,
that's
dude.
awesome. That's awesome. So, in leading up to tonight's show, we decided that we needed to do some things a little bit different because it's a Halloween spooktacular. We're gonna play a couple of games, and we decided it should be a surprise for the two of you guys over here. That way and that way. Oh no, not that. What? There, Crispy and Duke. We're gonna play a little game called Two Spooks and a Truth. Get ready to tell some stories. The idea is we tell 3 stories. They can be short stories, long stories, and they have to be spooky stories, one of which have to be true. Think you guys can do that?
Say among
Oh my gosh.
all of us. Yeah, I was gonna say, are we telling 3
4 of
stories
us.
apiece? Or are we just someone's okay.
Yeah. Just
I got you.
quick stories. It doesn't have to be long. And then see who can guess which is the truth.
So we're all going to tell one story.
Or are we each telling 3 stories?
Are we each
Usually,
telling
I would
3
say we would each tell 3 stories, but I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, we do that.
You sure? We got time? You guys down for that?
Yeah, I mean, we can each tell 3 stories. I'm gonna need some time to think up of
Right.
one,
What do we have to do in the interim?
All
one
right.
story
Well,
I
that's
can
the whole
think of
point.
though.
Well, that's the whole
Or
point of having
maybe-
3 stories, because by the time one person's done saying their 3 stories, you should have time for your 3 stories.
All right, so that means Mike should go first, right?
There you go.
Should I really? You know what? I should have prepared for this.
We
You
all should have.
Uncle Mike,
Do it.
is that you? Rosa
my God.
Kai.
Is that your niece or nephew?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. Rosa Kai.
Are you?
I am an Uncle Mike. That is true.
Oh my God.
Someone
Someone knows the backstory.
The backstory.
Backstory.
Uh-oh. What backstory? Now I'm getting spooked, man.
All right, Mike, come on.
Okay, so
you start.
here we go. Spooky tales. Ooh, right? So when I was a kid, we lived way down the bayou. I'm saying so far down the bayou that there's only 3 directions you could go: up the bayou, down the bayou, and across the bayou. And if you don't know which is which, you'll figure it out eventually because you'll run out of bayou. So down there we lived. Yeah, with them albino alligators. But we actually lived with, the wildlife. My house where we lived was on a lease that was part of a wildlife management area. So one time there was property, highway, bayou, and we used to put like crab traps in the bayou and go fishing and stuff. One time my brother dared me to go swimming in the bayou, which normally had gators in it, and I went jump in, and next thing you know, when I say I was young, I was like 7, 6. Next thing you know, I look over and not 3-4 feet from me is a big old alligator. Talk about being spooked, right? 7-year-old gigantic alligator in front of your face. I didn't swim in that bayou after that. So that's one story.
I don't think I would either.
One time I saw a UFO whenever I lived in Las Vegas. I lived in Las Vegas for a little while, and I saw a UFO. That was pretty spooky. Does that count? UFOs, aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like people from another planet would definitely probably scare you a little bit.
You saying they're a little sus?
A little
yeah,
sus.
I'd
You
say
know what?
aliens
Though, it's
are
like,
a little sus.
it's like I didn't see any aliens, but it was kind of funky because I feel like more people should have seen this. We lived in this apartment and we were on the second story. We're all on the balcony, smoking cigarettes because we didn't smoke inside the house, and looking off. And it's kind of like higher up in elevation. If anybody knows anything about Las Vegas, it's kind of like a big bowl, right? So the farther out from the center of the city, the higher up you are in elevation. Sitting there looking out. Next thing you know, I see this little blue light dancing around in the sky, and it would go zip, 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 like moving and changing direction and stopping and moving like that, ridiculously quick. Like there's no way to describe it really. And then it just kind of and went back down, and that was it. It was crazy. So my third one, we live in South Louisiana. We in the woods. We spent a lot of time out in the woods. So whenever I was about 12, 11, me and 3 of my cousins, we was out in camping out in the woods. And next thing you know, we start hearing these coyotes, right? Howling in the distance. We didn't think nothing of it, you know? Next thing you know, you hear them a little bit closer. And it's louder, you know? And like you could tell there was like across the river over there, and then the second time they were over here, and like they were steady closer and closer and closer. And so we're probably about 2 miles from anybody's house or anything like that. And we had like this little camper that we were sleeping in. And so we all pile in the camper, and next thing you know, they're like on top of us. You can't hear nothing but these dogs just going ham. And next thing you know, the trailer starts shaking everywhere. And they start scratching on the side, and the trailer's shaking, scratching for like 3 hours long. Like they knew where we were trying to get in this trailer. Dude, like we was hanging out by the door, waiting. We was gonna kick open the door and just start shooting because we had a little shotgun with us. Man, that was a crazy night. Watching out the window, seeing the dogs like going crazy around our little campfire and stuff. It was nuts.
Thank God you were in a trailer, not a
dude, like not a tent, right?
Yeah, tent. Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Do we wait to the end to guess?
Yeah, go ahead and guess.
I'm just going with the last one.
You think the last one was true?
Well, there was a lot of physical movement for effect.
Yeah, so you were guessing which one's true, right?
Yeah, one of those is true.
Oh, only one?
Only one is true.
The alligator. I'm gonna guess the alligator.
Yeah, that's
you
my
think
guess.
The alligator,
number one.
really? Number one, chat.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Number 1 is the alligator. 2 is the UFO. 3 is the coyotes. Which guys do you think? Which one's true? Which one's the truth? 1, 2, or 3?
So UFO could be close, but I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I was also thinking maybe
alligator.
UFO, but then the coyote thing was
sky.
good. But I feel like the coyote one, maybe he was just like, I really got to sell this one. I got to sell it, sell it hard.
Especially because coyotes usually just walk by and give a sniff and then walk away.
Well,
yeah.
So, actually, the true one was the UFO, and what's happening?
Damn it!
What's happening was there. I don't know if she saw
she
it. But she was
wrong.
there, and she guessed wrong. But actually, so the funny part about the coyote story is it's half true. That was half true.
Okay.
There was a lot of like we did pile up into the camper, right? And next thing the camper starts shaking and stuff like that. But it was my uncle who heard the coyotes and came back.
Your uncle messing with you. That's hilarious, man. All right, Crispy or Dookie, you guys ready, or do you want me to go? You want to go? Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, so I originally come from the Bay Area. We used to live in my grandma's, my stepdad's mom's house, but my grandma's house basically. And like most grandmas do, she liked to collect dolls. And there was one porcelain doll that used to sit like right in a little rocking chair in the front room at all times. Creepiest shit ever. She collected Beanie Babies too. I mean, there was a whole room full at one point. It was insane. And my stepdad would always tell me the house was haunted, and would always tell me about how he had to run from like because it was stairs that went up to the second floor, and you had to run from the stairwell to get all the way around to the bathroom to get to the bathroom before somebody got you. And it always messed with my head. But yeah, one night I was sleeping downstairs because they had the den, and in the den they had the VCR, and in the VCR they had the trilogy, all Star Wars, all the time, playing pretty much on repeat.
The Holy
Um,
Trilogy.
That's awesome,
Absolutely.
dude.
Yeah, it was back in the day when the big screen TV was something you had to cut a wall to your house to get out.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so yeah, one night I'm sleeping in the den and I come out and all the lights are off. And the doll, of course, still sitting in the chair, porcelain face, eyes closed. Come out, go to the bathroom, which is right here. I'm just like, all right, just get to the bathroom. Get to the bathroom. I come out, eyes open.
Oh my God.
Ran to the den, locked the door, fucking didn't come out of the room for the rest of the night, didn't sleep for the rest of the night. Told my stepdad in the morning, he goes, I told you.
I told you.
So that's one story. At that same spot though, at the bottom of the hill. So the way that I don't know if you're familiar with this, Crispy. It was in Monterey. There's the Defense Language Institute, former like a big what is it? They call it DLI, but it's a huge language institute for all the different military branches. And so when you come out of the base, it was down this one road. I mean, this road goes straight down. They lived right on the side. And at the bottom of that little hill, because it goes from this hill all the way down to the wharf, at the bottom of this hill, there was this old house about 3 stories high. Yeah, basically 3 stories high, and there was always a light on in the top floor. And it wasn't off to the right, it wasn't off to the left. It was just right in the center, like facing where our house was. And same thing, my stepdad loved to try and scare us for any reason. I mean, he did the same thing, the coyote thing, like but with a bear when we were staying up in the Sierra Nevadas. Yeah, so he'd always tell us about the story of the wife or the lady that was murdered there. His wife of I don't remember like who she was the wife of. And then he always said they always keep the light on for her because I don't even remember really the reason. He just always told us the light was always on. And he was right. I mean, the light was always on. And as we were walking by one day, it was at night, we were going, my buddy lived down the street and around the corner. And when we got to the corner, we look up and there was just a person standing in the lit window, just staring down. And I mean, we're what, 8 at the time? So I mean, the natural response to do that, run.
Yep.
Just run. So we just ran down the street and went to our buddy's house. And then the last one, I was staying at my grandma's house when I lived in Reno. And in my grandma's house, I woke up, and I think it was right before wintertime. So we had some heavy rains kick up, and I woke up and I felt something kind of like in my ear, and I just kind of like started scratching, and I rolled over, it was fine, and I rolled back over and I started scratching again. And all of a sudden, this rain spider pops out of my ear and crawls all the way across my face
Oh my
and
God, bro.
onto the pillow, and I could see it just right there in front of my face.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, for the longest time, I had to sleep with the covers over my ear. I think until I was at least like, I don't know, mid-teens, because it was, dude, gross. Gross. But yeah, those are my 3.
Oof.
Okay, porcelain thing or a rain spider? Porcelain's 1. Porcelain doll's 1. The lady in the windows 2, and the rain spider's 3. I feel like the true one is the lady because he was given a lot of details.
The
Yeah.
location's what got me.
Yeah, like you were saying, like my
down
buddy
here, goes
lived
so
around
far.
the corner,
The
down
other
the
2
street,
were
up
relatively
one
short.
house with blue shutters. You know, I feel like that's what I feel like. Number 2. I don't know. What do you guys think? XDukeofdookie, OutlawMyke chat. What do you guys think?
So my first initial thought was like yours. Number 2 had a lot of detail, but then I'm going through this Among Us like reverse psychology thing.
Yeah.
Was he trying to
Is he
rope
doing that
me
on
into his
purpose?
story? Like, Dad, you know where this is, right? Maybe that was
Ooh.
too much.
Whoa
Trying
there.
to throw me down that trail. So I think I'm going to go with number 1. Go with the
Nice.
doll.
Is the truth?
Yeah.
Mike?
So
I'm gonna split the difference and go with number 3 because that was the shortest.
yeah. So they all have a little bit of truth to them. So
Ah!
the three, you're absolutely right. Mike splitting the difference. That legitimately happened, like word for
Oh
word.
my god,
Dude,
oh my
no,
god, bro.
Yeah.
no. I'd be like, yo, that
Woke up
thing
with a
laid
rain spider.
ish in my ear.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude,
dude.
I cleaned out my ears for at least 2 days. The doll, the eyes. I wasn't ever lucky enough to see the doll with the eyes closed. It just stared at you everywhere you went. It was the worst.
That's almost creepier than the dog like opening its
Yeah.
eyes, dude.
And the last one, we did see someone in the window, but it
Oh,
was
we gotta
during the day, and it was just a guy saying, "Hey, how's it going?"
Oh wow,
Yeah,
Betty
so-
Snores flex.
Oh, snap beans.
Oh, nice.
Hey, we got a raid. Hey, people, what's up, guys?
Nice.
Thanks
Welcome
for-
aboard.
Popping in.
Yeah, man, we're having our spooktacular special on Parents of Twitch podcast.
That's
Welcome
right.
to the channel.
We're in the middle of a game, actually. We're playing a game called
Yeah.
Two Spooks and a Truth, where
right.
each one of us is going to tell 3 stories, one of which is true, and they're all kind of spooky.
If you'd like to participate, please make your way down to the DJ booth.
All right, I'll go next, and we'll give the guest a little bit more time to think up some.
Cagematic, come on down.
All right. So the first one is I was in the Boy Scouts. I became an Eagle Scout. And when I was a Boy Scout working to become, I think it was a Life Scout, we were out camping, and we were up in. It was up in Chattanooga somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was like Boy Scouts have land everywhere you go to go camping on and stuff. So I went up there and we were camping and we were doing like a weekend camp. Then we were going to drive back down to Georgia, and we had set up our tent and we were going to, go play in the lake and stuff like that and kind of just hang out and, do what kids do, get sticks, fight, whatever, just try to play with our knives, whittle some wood, whatever, and we went back to the, we built our scoutmaster had built a campfire so we could sit around and have like tea or water, or, I think that he may have had some hot dogs and s'mores. And we were sitting around the campfire and we were on these logs, right? Like he'd rolled up some logs from outside the campfire, and we were a couple of us wearing shorts, some were wearing pants, but it was kind of like that weather where you could wear shorts or pants and it didn't matter. And all of a sudden, I felt something tickle my leg, right? And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I kind of swapped my leg. I thought it was maybe a plant or something. And then all of a sudden, I felt something almost it was not really cold, but it was it was a weird feeling, man. It was like plastic almost, I don't know how to describe it. But anyways, I was like, what the hell's on my leg? And one of my buddies had a flashlight, like a lantern, electric lantern, and he shined down my leg, and it was a damn water moccasin that had crawled up my leg. I guess it was in the log, and there's a lake nearby, so I don't know if it wandered out. Usually water moccasins don't really wander too far from lakes and stuff, but yeah, crawled up my leg, and my scoutmaster just told me to stay very fucking still, pardon my French. And he
There's a pipe in my trunk.
Yeah, I don't think I could have moved anyways, even if he wouldn't have told me to. And he ended up it crawled back on the log kinda, and he just got his machete and chopped its head off right on the log. So that's my first story. My second story is me and my dad. He had this Blazer, Chevy C10 Blazer, and it was convertible, right? And he said he got it really cheap, and he would never tell me why he got it so cheap. So we were driving in it one day, and it was kind of we had just come back. We used to go over to my uncle's all the time because he raced outlaw go-karts. And so he would go over there, help him work on the engines, do stuff like that. And he was his crew chief, I guess you would say. And so obviously my dad would take me and my cousin, which was my Uncle Bill's daughter. And, we would hang out while they were working on the go-kart and stuff like that, getting ready for the race. And so we're driving back in this this convertible top, and it was like a manual top, right? So, but it had like these bars. So like when you raise it up, the bars come up with it. You know what I mean? So it's like a solid leather top, but you have to, like I said, put it up manually and then button it. We were driving down and the top started like, we weren't even driving fast. We were going down like a road, like 30 miles an hour. And the top just starts like someone's like pushing it, right? Someone's pushing it. And I was just like, what's that noise, man? Cause I'm sitting up front with my dad. And he's just like, I don't know what you were talking. I don't hear anything. What are you talking about? And I'm like, you don't hear that back there? And all of a sudden the top goes up all the way and it just like slams into the front windshield. And my dad slams on the brakes and he's like, what the fuck was that? Pardon my French. And he looked at me and he told me, I knew I should have never bought this truck. And I was like, what are you talking about? I think I was like 13, 12 or 13. And he said, I never should have bought this truck. And I was like, well, what do you mean, Dad? Dad, what happened? Like, why'd you buy the truck so cheap? And he said that somebody had wrecked the truck and died in the truck. So there was damage, like, I guess it had flipped and the top was up and it pinned them. So like I guess they were trying to pull the top back and they couldn't because the truck had flipped over. And when we looked up on the top, you could see claw marks on the top of the truck. You could see like small claw marks, like somebody had been trying to claw their way to get out of the convertible top. Craziest shit I ever seen, man. All right. And then my third one.
That was spooky, man.
Right?
And then there were claw marks.
Yeah. Little claw marks. It was leather. So like you could see them really well because the leather was like really kind of old and like black, but the claw marks were like brown, like light brown because it was like somebody had clawed away the old leather. And it was like two hands had clawed. So it's like somebody's trying to get out. And so told me that. I don't know if he was telling me that to spook me out or if like it was just maybe I looked up and like I thought about that and then like I saw claw marks, but it was actually just like maybe it was like just like scratches on the top, because it was an old truck, dude. It was like from the 60s or something like that. Was it 60s or 70s? I don't know. Whenever they had those C10 convertibles. All right. Okay. The third one I have is me and my mom and my dad and my sister used to live in a place. It was this really small house, and there was a house right next to it. And nobody ever lived in the house. Like it didn't look abandoned, but like we never saw anybody come out of it ever. There was no cars there. There was no bikes, like nothing. Like there was no furniture on the outside. And so me and my buddy, my best friend at the time, you know how you get when you're like little kids and you're like, hey, like, let's go explore this house. Let's go see what's up in this house, man. Right. So we go in the house and it's locked, obviously, but we go and we're like looking for the windows and like pushing them up and we keep trying them, and it's a small house. So it only had like 4 or 5 different windows. And then we finally found a little basement window. The little basement windows that like tuck in and or tuck out and you can like crawl in them, and it was unlocked. So, we were like, man, it's really dark in there and we didn't have a flashlight. So, we went and I think my buddy had a lighter on him at the time. So he was like, we'll just use my lighter. It'll be fine. It's like, it's not that big a house. So we go in and we kind of duck, like slide into the basement and we're going in there. And when we get in the basement, it's like we flick the lighter and there's like a full room, like someone living there, right? There's someone living in it looks like someone's living in the basement. And when we're like looking around, we see a bed, a little like recliner, like a leather recliner, and there's like an old TV set and everything. And then we look around, but we don't see a door. So there's like no door in this basement. There's only a window. So then we're looking around and we're like, there's got to be a door somewhere, right? And as we're looking around, all of a sudden we look at the bed, right? And we see a hand come out from under the bed. And it just slowly slips out from under the bed, right? And it goes up to the bed, to the side of the covers, and then it yanks them off and goes back under the bed. And we didn't know after that. We had ran and got the F out of that basement. So I don't know what was going on with that house, but I told my mom and dad that we needed to move immediately after we went in that basement. And we didn't, but that's all right because, you know, it is what it is. I was just hoping the basement guy stayed in his little basement fort or whatever the fuck it was that he was living in there. Okay. All right. So I'm done. Number 1 is the water moccasin. Number 2 is the shit, I already forgot what number 2 was.
Well, I don't think it's number 2.
Yeah, the blazer.
The blazer, right? The blazer, and then the third is the basement. So, which one do you guys think is true out of the 3? Chat, you guys go ahead and start typing, and then Crispy, which one do you think?
So you asked me if I was a Boy Scout, which makes me believe that you were definitely a Boy Scout, if that's kind of where your head went.
Right.
So I'm thinking number 1 is probably the true one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Although I want number 2 to be true.
Yeah. Mikey, what about you, buddy?
You know, you always hit me with the Boy Scout quotes. So that makes the Boy Scout story sus to me. Because that's a feature, you know?
Right.
The last story I think is a little bit too grandiose. English, is that it?
Yeah, I feel like the last story's getting like the cops called to investigate someone's basement real quick.
But the second story too, I'm like, I don't know enough about a C10 Blazer to know if it has a leather top that folds in like that.
See,
or if
that's
it's a hard top like the Broncos of that era were.
Both.
Yeah. I had to say number 1's probably the true.
Okay. What about you?
I gotta go with 1 because I was with you on the blazer because my stepdad used to have one, and those buttons, if you didn't lock them down, had the definite capability of flapping back, never forward though. But the claw marks got me. I gotta go number 1.
Yeah.
That's another path they went forward.
Right. Number 2 is actually the true one.
That's wild.
The number 1 it wasn't actually a snake. It was like one of those millipede things that was like
nice.
It was just a friend who was trying to convince me it was a snake.
Is that a snake in your pants?
Yeah, but no shit, dude. I swear to God, I've never been so scared in my life. I don't know. I guess maybe my dad had like put on the brake a little bit, and it flew up. But like it was like I don't know if it was just he was trying to scare the shit out of me or not. Like if he's lying to me. But I swear to God, I looked up and I saw fucking scratches.
Wild, man.
And I don't know. I can't 100% tell you because this is when I was like 13, so that's quite a while back. But I just remember looking up like this, and then I just looked back down, and like I was just quiet the whole ride home. We just left the top up like that, and then we never talked about it ever again.
Nothing like a little trauma to lighten up the the drive home.
Yeah,
right.
That's the only like I guess you would say supernatural type thing that's happened to me. But then again, I don't know if it was just because he didn't fucking latch it down and he could have put the brakes on and you know what I'm saying?
Just missed
like,
that one button on the back.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know because I was 13. I just know that he told me something. So I think a guy really did actually wreck in that truck. I don't know if he died or not, but that is why the guy sold it so cheap because he wrecked in the truck. Those things were dangerous as shit because they were top heavy.
For the price, man, that guy definitely died.
Oh, bro, yeah, he probably did for sure though. But yeah, I knew you guys were gonna pick one, man. I was like, I'm gonna use the Boy Scout thing.
It was so
Nice.
believable because it was like
Yeah.
half true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So Crispy, you ready to go, bro?
Yeah, man. All right, so I'm gonna rope Duke of Dookie in here with the location. I was
Nice.
as a kid, we used to go camping in Mount Lemon, which is on the outskirts of like Tucson area, and I was about 9 years old when we were camping this one summer, and it was probably like 8 o'clock at night. You know, it's getting dark. We got fires going, and roasted some marshmallows. Well, at this campsite, you know, my father had to walk down the trail to get to porta potties that are further down. And while he was down there, you know, we're shooting the breeze and talking stories around the campfire. We hear some noise from behind us near our tent. So my stepmother at the time is like, don't worry about it. That's just your dad, right? He's trying to scare us. He went to the bathroom. He's coming back behind us and trying to spook us, right? And so we keep hearing some weird noise from behind us, you know, intermittent. And so we get to worried about it, and we look around, and the whole tent collapses. Right, the entire tent. And within the tent, we see a big hump in the middle of the tent, and the tent is moving. Right, turns out it's a bear in the tent trying to claw its way out. It's now stuck in the tent.
Oh shit.
So I'm 9, my sister's 7, my stepmother's with us, and she like picks us up, and we run to the truck, and my dad is still nowhere to be found, but we are getting the hell out of there. So we get in the truck, lock it, drive towards him, and we end up finding him, and we just leave everything at the campsite, and we just drive home. You know,
Yeah, that's when you buy a new Coleman grill, bro. It's just when you just like, we'll just buy a new one.
Just everything we brought, it's gone.
Yeah. We'll buy a new tent. We'll buy a new Coleman grill. We'll buy a new Coleman tent. They're like $20 at Walmart. Yeah, F that.
Yeah, screw that.
Nah, bears is nothing to screw with, bro.
Bear in the tent, story number 1. Story number 2. We still, you know, with the camping theme, we love camping in Arizona. It's all desert. So we're camping in the desert, think Breaking Bad style, with tents instead of big old RVs. And, you know, it's going dark again, nighttime, the fire's going down. And because it's nighttime, I don't have enough, you know, light to play my Game Boy, right? So me and my sister were...
throwback.
Yeah, you gotta have the batteries or the light to play the Game Boy. So
the green screen, right? The green screen one you're talking about, the old gray green screen Game Boy.
Oh yeah, not the backlit ones. No, old green screen.
Yeah,
big fat chonker.
Oh yeah, the big chonker. That's a good one. I like that word, the chonker.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
My sister and I, it's dark. We got to find something to do because we're just bored, and so we're playing tag in the middle of the desert. And I stumble on a stick like coming out of the ground, and I go head first into some jumping cactus. If you don't know about jumping cactus, like you can get near it, and just being near it, like the needles are gonna get in you.
They're like attracted to flesh.
Oh yeah.
Flesh.
Wow.
Yeesh.
So playing tag, 9-10 years old, stumble in the desert, go head first into a bunch of cactus. Last story. Once we moved to North Carolina, I became a latchkey kid. So walk home from school, you know, we got a key, we let ourselves in. My mom didn't get off work until 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's probably about 3 in the afternoon. My sister and I were bored in the house. So we go outside, we go in the creek, playing around in the creek. And so in North Carolina, we have a lot of birch trees. And the birch trees, they kind of have like a paper type bark, very papery. And so I'm climbing up in these trees, and it's getting kind of late. And my sister's wanting me to get down. And I'm like, nah, I'm having fun climbing these trees, right? So she's like, no, we got to get down because mom's coming home soon. She ends up getting a lighter putting a lighter to the birch tree, and this paper bark just engulfs in flames while I'm up in it. And so I let go, right? I don't want to be on fire. So I let go from the tree, end up falling, breaking my clavicle, right? Mom's not home. So we're like, oh shit, like, what do we do? So we have to call her.
Oh god.
Finally, we get her, and she's like, you're just gonna have to wait it out. You gotta wait until I get home, and then we can take it to the hospital, because I'm not gonna have you call an ambulance and have me meet you there later. That's not gonna happen. So I'm like 11 years old, broken bone. Have to wait for my mom to get home to then
Just
take
put
me.
some ice on it.
Right.
Yeah, put a steak on it.
Oh my god,
Eat
dude.
out of the freezer.
That's hilarious.
So
bro.
those are the
Hmm.
scary or
See,
painful
those
stories.
are hard though, because like
He did good.
they're
I feel like with the
'cause
second one, you're playing on my fear of cactus.
I'm gonna have to
Um,
say
Yeah, which one do you think, Cage?
I'm
Can
gonna
we
have to
see your medical
say-
history before we?
yeah, right.
before
You got a
Can I-
choose?
scar? Do you have a scar? Like, how
I'm gonna
did
say
you know it
number
was
one.
broken?
I'm gonna say number one.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna split it and go to 2. Because you can fall in the cactus fucking anywhere out here.
Man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
we
with
had
3 again.
cactus growing in the front
not?
yard.
Why
All right,
not?
so everybody split. It was actually the first one, bear in the tent.
Bear in the-
Yeah.
Yep.
Bear in the
All
tent.
right. I was
Yeah.
kind of going for 3 because like maybe like that sounds too outrageous. You know, like how something's too outrageous and you're like, that can't be true. But like,
You
oh,
know
yeah,
what?
it
It
actually
doesn't sound too
happened.
outrageous to me. It sounds like right
No.
on par with like our childhood, like that
Yeah.
era of
Plus he said
walking
like
off with a napkin on it, you know?
right, his sister, you know, like we got to get out. Mom's coming home. Like I wouldn't want to get in trouble. I would probably light a tree on fire to get my sister out of a tree.
So
That's
we
that's
did
where you almost lost me was when she lit the tree on fire.
have a birch tree burn up in our backyard, but it wasn't my sister and I wasn't in
Ah,
it.
a little hint of truth, eh?
Right. You gotta sprinkle some truth in there.
That's how you
Absolutely.
get it. That's how you get them, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how you
I,
get it.
I have a general fear of cactus. Like whenever I walk by it with the kids, that's why I was wondering. I was like, maybe he's messing with me. And number 2, because when I worked at On the Border, lovely chain restaurant of terrible food. We had a bartender who was walking in, and as he was walking in, he took a step up into the second step and fell. But when he fell, he put his hand down onto a barrel cactus, and it went right through his hand.
Oh,
Like, yeah. And so I saw the aftermath, and then I saw what happened later with his hand, where it just had little holes all over it, basically
Oh
little
my
indentations,
God.
and they had to get all the barbs surgically removed.
Oh, God, how many barbs do you think were in his, you know?
I mean, just in his palm,
Yeah.
at least 20.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
a low end 20 though. But
wow.
yeah, it was gross, dude.
Cactus are no joke.
No
Cactus
joke.
are no
Those
joke,
jumping
man.
choices are wild.
Mhm.
All right.
So, well, now that was fun.
That was really fun. I like that, Mike. That was a really cool.
Yeah.
You like that?
man?
I was gonna
So
say I wanted to guess on your blazer story because, like I said, my stepdad had a blazer, and I wanted it to be true, and I'm kind of glad it was.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like
When
I remember that because, like I said, that's the only time anything weird has ever happened in my life. There was one other time that something happened, but I don't know if it was my friends playing a joke on me and like they all just stayed quiet and didn't say anything, or the one person that did it just stayed quiet. There was one other time that something weird happened to me, but yeah, that and the C10 Blazer thing was the only thing that was weird. And I don't like. I just remember looking up and like, because I looked up and I could see like it was like it hit and then it kind of bounced back a little bit, and like so you could see stars up. Like I could see stars in this little gap, and my dad was like, "What the hell?" So he like starts cursing and shit. And it's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I look up and like I said, I just saw like these little scratch marks, and hell, I don't know. It could have been somebody wearing like a a hat or something like that and like rubbing their head on it or something, or someone like messing around and just like messing with it. I don't know. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
But that scared the living crap out of him because it hit, and then I look up and there's scratching. And he's like, "Oh man, I knew I shouldn't have bought this damn truck so cheap." So
I could picture it in my head. Just every little button that I've ever had to snap into place when we had to get top
man.
back
There was
on.
it was like buttons,
So
like every damn inch you had to pop.
It's like, all right, it's gonna rain today. We got to put the top on.
Oh, come on, man! And after that, he was just like left that son bitch on and never took it off. Dude.
Never took it off after that, right?
No, he never took it off after that, bro.
Well, I have one more game if you guys want to play. It's not quite as long.
Okay,
sure.
Let's you got, bro?
Okay. So this is a game called Pop or Not. And the word "pop" I'm using here is carny term from the wrestling world. Basically means that you like it. If you pop on something, you like it.
Carny world.
So
if you speak in carny, as we all do, you will recognize this word.
That's right. That's right. So pop means you like it, not means you don't like it. And since we're on the cusp of All Hallows Eve, I figured we would do a pop or not session on Halloween candy.
There you go.
So I'll name a candy, and you guys will go through and say, all four of us rather, and even chat will go through and say whether we pop on that candy or not.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I just went to the candy store today. I'm ready to fight.
Go for it. Reese's peanut butter pumpkins,
Pop.
not cups. Pumpkins, not cups. Pop.
You say Reese's anything, I'm popping all over it.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Yeah.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Bro, I'm popping hard on some Reese's cups, bro.
Easy pop.
I think the seasonal ones have a much better peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
Oh yeah,
right. Absolutely. Yeah. Staying on that peanut butter theme, what about the black and orange peanut butter fudge candies? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, get really that out of my face. That's not candy. It's trash.
Not.
That's bottom of the barrel candy there.
Bottom of the barrel.
It's bottom of the bag. I'm just throwing it away.
Okay, so how about this? Anything full size, pop or not? Doesn't matter what candy. Doesn't matter what candy it is. If it's a full size version of that candy,
I feel like
popping on it. It's full size.
Yeah, I mean the risk to reward ratio on a full size candy bar of it being something you wouldn't like is worth the gamble. I'll go pop.
Yeah. I'm gonna say pop because like there's only a few things that I would not eat. They were full, and even then you see what it is, you're still kind of like, it's a full candy bar.
And if we're talking about receiving this while trick or treating,
that's what
full size candy bar all day. Yeah,
all day.
You could give me those full size peanut foam things, and I'm like, all right, cool, this guy's dope.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's sixlets.
What the frick is a sixlet?
So, you don't know what a sixlet is?
No, sir, I do not.
It's like the bastard cousin of the M&M.
Pretty much.
Yeah, are they the little round candy coated ones?
Yeah. It's like M&Ms are like, yeah, we have a thin candy shell. Six is like, hey, here's all the candy shell that they forgot.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Ghetto M&M. Look, what's happening? Pops on them. Ghetto M&M.
Ghetto M&M.
That's true.
I'm not gonna lie. I like them. I like my ghetto M&Ms.
I don't think I can hate on them, but I would definitely choose an M&M over them.
Yeah, I don't know enough about them, I guess.
Have you had mini M&Ms?
Yes.
Oh man, those M&Ms are dope. Imagine that.
Pre-mini M&M, yeah, I'd be all over sixlets. Post-mini M&M, get them out of my face.
Get them out of my
face. Yeah, it's kind of like, you're like, oh, okay, well, this is all I have. I guess I'll take it. But then you're like, oh, there's an alternative, mini M&Ms? Get out of here, mother trucker.
Dude, we started talking about candy. My kid's just like,
what?
Daddy, what are you talking about candy?
Yeah.
Are we getting candy?
Who are you talking to, Dad? What's up with candy?
Yeah, what's going on with candy? Or you have candy? Do you have candy? Dad, do you have candy?
Candy. What about warheads? You guys
pop, bro. Yeah. Total poppage.
I lost I got some victims in my mouth from the amount of warheads I've eaten over the years.
Middle school was popping, man. With them
middle school warheads are popping. I can't do them now.
They don't have that same sour though.
No,
it's like it's not lasting.
Yeah, they had to it's like they had to cut them down or something. Like they're like, oh, they're too
powerful. What they cut that powder with? Sugar? Damn.
Yeah. They're like the sour force is too strong with this candy.
what's happening. That's probably why they had to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
Or
burning.
not get rid of them, but lower the intensity.
Right.
Well-
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I actually found Super Sour Crybabies the other day. I don't know if you guys remember those, but they have kept the sour intensity.
Lemon heads, pop or not?
Yeah, definitely fuck with them.
Pop.
Yeah, I
For
can
sure.
pop Lemonhead.
Classic, man. It's classic. So, like, is there a version of M&M that you don't pop on? Like, I don't think I've found an M&M that I don't like.
Caramel.
You don't like the caramel ones?
Too much, dude. It's good.
Too
Like if you have one, delicious. If you have three, your day's ruined. For me, anyway.
What are they?
Caramel M&M.
Caramel M&Ms.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, and
bro.
I got to agree with what's happening. The Crispies aren't that great.
The Crispies are awful.
What about crispy?
Trying to throw hands?
You throwing hands at me, bro?
Throwing hands. Here we go. Milk duds.
Oh God, no, never,
Come
ever
on,
in my
Mom.
life, bro. I will burn my house down before I eat any damn milk duds, bro.
Wait, is that milk duds or chocolate milk? No, it's Whoppers. Okay, yeah, milk duds. That's the ones with the fudgy ones, right?
Yeah, with this fudgy caramel in the middle.
Yeah, no,
Gross.
not.
I think
Not.
I'm at that age where I value my teeth, and
Yeah,
the milk
dude.
duds
You
are
don't need all
definitely-
those teeth, man.
Hey, you know what? I'm at that age now where it's okay. They just pull them out and
Mm-mm.
give me some fake ones.
Nah.
Milk duds normally no. In those little Halloween packs that I get to steal from my
you
children,
get like 4 of 'em.
absolutely.
Yeah. So
Little
what
dad
about
tax.
dad tax? That's right, the dad
Oh, I
tax.
think he just
The
found
dad
out the
tax,
secret.
yes.
I'm busted.
What about Whoppers?
No, awful.
No.
God save the queen. No.
Can I sign off? If
I can
gonna
go
just
with some Whoppers.
You can slander these Whoppers like that.
God.
I was in a candy shop of thousands of candies today, and I still almost bought Whoppers that I can get at Walgreens.
Why?
Dude,
Why?
I love
It's
them.
like you bite into them and they got like this weird grainy thing
Like,
inside.
That's
of
why
them.
you
we
eat
call
them.
that party
Yeah.
powder.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, no,
Yeah,
man.
it's like crispy but not.
I don't know,
Dude,
bro.
it's
Crispy
like-
and melty, and
Aro crispy.
The almond
Yeah.
joys, I can get behind some almond joys,
Almond joys, yeah. Almond joys
Okay.
have nuts. Yeah.
but
What about peppermint patties? The York
No,
peppermint patties.
yeah,
oh yeah,
I'm all about that.
freeze them when you freeze them. Oh man,
No,
I'm in the
dude.
candy game. I'm in the candy game to eat chocolate and be happy, and I want to feel like I just brushed my teeth. Okay.
you're like, I don't want that fresh minty feeling, mother trucker.
Mhm.
What about
Oh, what is this candy? Menthol? Like,
Yeah, I
what
want
the fuck is
chocolate
that?
covering my teeth.
I want full flavor.
Not
Yeah, give me full
pepperminty
flavor.
freshness.
What
want your
about those candy the caramel apple suckers? The ones that have like the green apple with the caramel on the top?
Oh yeah. Those are pretty.
Yeah, I pop for those.
I pop on those. I pop.
I pop for those.
Those are the only things that my teeth actually cringe at.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
I
they're
can't do that for my
delicious,
teeth.
but yeah, it's
So
like
what about-
I eat them and it's ruined like 10 seconds later. Like, I gotta get this out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Like,
Louise.
oh, that was a bad idea. That's
Yeah.
one of those things you like immediately get, and you're like, oh, that was a bad idea. Not a
Yeah.
good idea.
You guys remember? Here we go, old school. Dum Dums. What about Dum Dums? Who doesn't
Oh,
love
yeah.
a root beer Dum Dum?
Every time you go to the bank, you got to grab a dum dum.
That's right.
You had me at Dum Dum, you lost me at root beer.
Nah, yeah, they're not my favorite. But what about the Tootsie Pop? Remember the Tootsie Pops that had the old wives' tale, where if you had the Indian shooting the star, you would like.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't even remember the whole
So,
thing. I just remember it's
If
like
you collected something along the lines of 20, I mean, I know that the local candy shop when I was a kid did it, and some of the ice cream guys did it, but I haven't been able to find anybody else who did it since. But if you collect 20 of them, they would give you a box or whatever the number of a box was, essentially. It's like 20 to
Really?
25. Yeah.
Wow. See, we always knew the Indian shooting the star, but never knew
Yeah.
what it was
For
about.
some reason, that rapper was the shit.
Do you pop on the Tootsie Pops?
Oh, absolutely.
I think I'd rather take a dum dum over the Tootsie Pop.
I'm gonna have to agree, but I'm not gonna turn down a Tootsie Pop.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to turn down Tootsie Pop.
It's just-
I'd have to Hit
It's
it
just
up.
such a long time commitment for a Tootsie
The
Pop.
mystery dum dum. Yes.
Mystery dum dums. You're right.
Well, you
Oh
then
my
I mean, if
God,
at least
bro.
there's an end. I mean, what about blow pops? Where they're like, "Hey, chew on
Now
some
you
gum
have
after this."
Oh no!
Yeah.
Get those out of here! Get those out of here!
Out of my face. Out of my face.
Yeah.
What about just Tootsie Rolls in general?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
What's wrong with a log of soft chocolate? Gross.
I don't even
like
think it's
fudge.
real chocolate.
It's like fudge, man. I don't like fudge.
What are they? What's
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll. It's like
Yeah,
chocolate.
it's like weird. It's like chocolate, but not chocolate.
It's like fudge or taffy or
Dude,
something.
those are your fake cigars when you're in class and it's right around
There
Halloween.
you
You
go.
can pop off on
Oh,
them.
hey, speaking of fake cigars, what about those Lucky Candy cigarettes? Do you remember those things?
Oh yeah, candy cigarettes at the little red end.
Bro, I remember eating those things. Like you'd pretend like you'd smoke them for like about 10 seconds, and you're just like, I'm gonna just eat the mother truckers up.
Now they don't make
Yeah,
them.
but they're
No, they
not
absolutely
good.
do. They're not
They
good
do.
at all.
Yeah.
They taste like chalk.
They weren't
Where?
really good, were they?
I see candy sticks, but never candy cigarettes.
No, absolutely. Like I said, I went to that candy shop today. It's this
Oh,
local
yeah.
spot. They get all the old candy. Like I had a moon pie today for the first time in forever, dude.
Wow.
But yeah, the thing the guy sold me on because they had all the candy cigarettes was they had these other ones that legit looked like a cigarette pack, and I was like, "What are these?" And he was telling me that they're like fine chocolate wrapped in paper, but they're packaged like cigarettes when you pull them out. Yeah, and he goes, "So if this was summertime, I wouldn't tell you to get them." He goes, "But it's cold enough to where you could make it to your fridge at home and pop them in there." He goes, "Because if it's summertime, I mean, you're basically just eating melted chocolate and paper."
Yes,
Like, but right now you can still break them off and peel them. But they're delicious, man.
Are moon pies rare for you?
They're not. I would say, without going to this candy shop, I would actually have to go on an active search for them.
Really?
Yeah.
They're pretty common here.
Yeah, I can go to
Chocolate
any
does not
corner
survive
store.
out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moon pies are pretty.
They make
And
double decker fudge rounds now.
And dude, they have oh bro, I mean, they have some crazy moon pie flavors now that they didn't
Yeah,
used
they
to
had.
have.
Well, I know they had banana at the store that I went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
So
happening? The banana ones are gross.
The warehouse I used to work at, we sold.
He just look at it and just like, you heard me. They gross. Oh,
More
shit.
southern as well. Moon pie. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of marshmallow in candy. I like marshmallow, like making s'mores or whatever, but
Right.
not that much like in candy.
Oh yeah, you could definitely taste the insulation flavor.
Right?
That was definitely got some sponge to it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Bro,
like, what about like Three Musketeers?
Oh, bro, pop all day long.
Oh yeah.
You pop for the nougat.
The nougat, son. Oh my god, bro. Me and my buddies, when we were in the Boy Scouts, we used to get the mess kits, right? That you could put over the fire.
Yeah.
And we would put Three Musketeers in them and melt them down into
damn.
like it was like just like a pan of nougat and chocolate, right?
Yeah.
And then we would just like pour them on graham I was about to say cackers. Graham
Graham crackers.
graham
Graham
crackers. Graham
Yeah.
crackers. Oh my god, it was so good, dude. And then you put some like marshmallows on that stuff, man.
Jesus.
Oh,
Dude, I
man.
needed like a shot of insulin just listening to this. Man.
I know, dude.
That was
Like,
aggressive.
Or level
was-
9,000.
Dude, listen, that is definitely something we would do after the Scoutmaster had gone to sleep or something, or he was not there. You know, if he saw us doing that, he'd be like, "No, absolutely."
It's like
not."
worse than drinking alcohol on the campus. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Smack
what
it.
are you how many freaking Three Musketeers
You're
do
gonna
you
kill
have in that
yourself.
damn thing? Jesus.
On Three Musketeers, I have no love lost for Three Musketeers, but if you put like a row of candy bars in front of me and Three Musketeers is in there, it's not getting picked first.
Yeah, like it's not.
Fair enough, yeah.
Nah, I need like either something like peanuts or more chocolate or like Twix, something cookie. Like I don't know, just the nougat. Like Milky Ways are a little bit better because it has like the caramel in it, but it's still basically a Three Musketeers with caramel.
I got one.
Yeah.
What about Zero bars?
Oh, dude, a Zero bar, pop.
I pop with it, but I can't eat a whole one. They're so sweet.
They are so sweet, right? That the white
Yeah, like-
chocolate, and then it's like the filling in it.
Like 2 bites, like bite, pass.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like you're like,
Bite,
yeah,
bite,
you're like,
pass.
two or three bites,
what
you're like,
I'm
that was
talking
delicious.
about.
You just throw the rest away.
It's like a Cadbury cream egg, man. You gotta eat that thing like a hand grenade. Just take a bite. All right, I'm good, and throw that shit away.
Cadbury cream egg.
Okay, what about Charleston Chew? What's happening? Asks.
Uh,
You know what? It's been so long since I've even seen a Charleston Chew. I can't say one way or the other.
I'm gonna have to go with the Dookie method on this. If there was other candies and it was one of them, it would not be getting picked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the nostalgia. I'm a big pop on that. I haven't had one in years, but I used to get with my brother. We used to get all 3 flavors. It was vanilla, chocolate, strawberries. Cut them in half. The whatever we were drinking, usually Sprite next to him, and just ruin our job. My brother is TMJ, and he's just like, "This is delicious." Just
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, what about Jawbreakers?
Oh, man. Jawbreakers?
Yeah, Jawbreakers. You guys remember those things?
Oh yeah, I saw one the size of a fist today.
Like
That's a lot of work.
Nah, yeah, like Gobstoppers is probably the closest to a Jawbreaker I get.
Yeah. Flavor wise, yes. Like in terms of what are we talking about? Logistics? No.
Logistics.
I've never been a big fan of the big Jawbreakers.
Yeah.
Okay, Crispy, I gotta ask that background that's behind you right there. What exactly
What
is that?
is that, man?
Like
What
it
is
looks
that?
like
Some
spaceship or
telenovela
something.
kind of stuff, man.
The background or the
video of the background looked like you like singing in a telenovela or something like that. Like,
And then I gotta ask about the
Yeah.
foreground too. After you get done answering that question.
So that was definitely me not really singing, but lip singing to an old song. Sometimes I got some
Fallout,
creative
right?
ideas. I'm sorry?
beautiful.
It was from Fallout, right?
Yeah, it wasn't Fallout. Yeah,
Yep.
Fallout 3. Yeah.
Man,
Which is one of
that
my favorite
soundtrack-
games.
that soundtrack was on point, man.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love
Dude.
that classical, like pop jazz type
Yeah.
of feel.
I'll still bump some bongo. I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
But that's part of my just starting screen, starting soon screen, where it's gameplay and just some crazy creative clips that are in there.
I was just curious about the singing part because like your hair looked a little slicked back and you were just
That's what I was looking
That
at.
was-
before.
it
I
was
like,
like
wow.
forward, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he had it like just right where it's like covering kind of one of his eyes. And he was,
Yeah,
like,
just a little bit to the front,
looking at you all like sultry
looking
and
all
shit.
suave. Yeah,
Yeah.
put the suit on.
All right,
Hey
so
man,
Yeah.
one last candy. What about a Mary Jane?
yeah, I'd pop on it. I'd pop because it's kind of nostalgia, like Dookie was talking about Charleston's.
Yeah,
my
nostalgia for your grandma. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. My grandma always had freaking. She always had them, dude, and like in a jar, like an old antique glass jar. That was probably like older than she was.
And they always had peppermints, the soft ones.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of those things where she goes, "You guys want some candy?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure, Grandma, thanks."
And you're like, she like pulls it out. And it's like those candies, like in the weird tan wrappers, like those orange candies, and they're circle and then weird. It looks like,
Chicks, but without like the mental aim in them. That's all it is.
It's just
what is-
they're just cough
Yeah.
drops.
It's just cough drops. Just like, get your medicine.
it's like, what is up with that, bro?
Yes, indeed. Man, oh man.
What about the foreground? Where'd you get that at?
so that's
Crispy.
just an image. I knew that I was going to be wearing my Among Us costume this
Yeah.
evening. So I kind of did like this futuristic space medbay type look.
I like it.
So I just Googled it, and honestly, which corner? Where the image is up there, that's
Yeah.
actually green. So I was able to green screen that out.
That's
Oh, nice.
And
Oh,
put my
bro.
video behind it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
It worked out. No, I mean, it looks like something that you just had before.
So like
Yeah.
it's just
Wow, your desktop is very clean. Or is
Yeah,
that just
it's
your other
it's
monitors?
just my second monitor.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
geez, Crispy, how do you?
That's the one he shows to the world.
We
Yeah.
get
No,
it.
no,
You
no,
guys
not
don't
at
just
all.
have one monitor. God.
Oh my Lord, Dookie. Man. Jesus. Oh, Maybe that's the first thing we should do is buy Dookie a monitor with the Parents of Twitch money that we get.
There you go.
Give that man a second monitor.
Since Dookie's got the monitor, he seems so much more organized.
I know, he's so much so happier, and he's not yelling at things so much, you know?
No, I'll still be yelling.
Yeah. True that. But yeah, man, this was fun, man. I like doing these special podcasts, and I was trying to think of some like creepy gifts or something I could pop up, but man, to be honest with you, I didn't know. I didn't want to go too over the top, and I just kind of wanted to do something simple. And I hope everybody likes the pumpkins and stuff that I did on the stream and change the colors and everything to kind of just like, do a simple thing. But maybe we might have to do like I was thinking about maybe we could do like a Thanksgiving. I don't know if we'll do a Thanksgiving one, maybe, but like a Christmas one would be kind of cool.
You know what? I'd be down to do a Thanksgiving one if we can figure out a way for us to like maybe we each have to maybe produce a small video of us making a dish that we make at our own Thanksgiving dinner and like share that.
I actually, I just thought about something. You guys might have to do a Thanksgiving one without me because I've got to go to a friend's wedding.
Oh,
I don't
cheers!
I don't know why he's getting married on Thanksgiving weekend. I was like,
why
really,
is he getting
bro?
married?
I
mean, you know what? We'll have to.
Why are you getting married?
We'll leave Thanksgiving with a pin in it for tentatively because you know what? Now that you mentioned that, that's like right smack dab in the middle of either sex deer season right around here. So I might not be in.
Sorry,
Chicago.
I thought you were saying either sex or deer season, not either sex
I
deer season. I'm sorry, I'm like,
it's one or the other.
I got you.
Does or bucks.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Or deer season.
Like damn, they make you choose.
Bow hunting is either sex, but if you're married and you're a hunter in South Louisiana for 6 months out of the year, you do have to choose, sir.
I feel like that's an easy choice. Like you definitely choose your wife because if you say deer over wife, probably not going to be a very good long relationship. Right?
Oh dear, yeah.
You don't know people in South Louisiana.
That's true. I mean, I get it, Georgia.
We're not sportsman's paradise for a reason.
Yeah, we're not. I guess we're not. We're sportsmen, but not like as much as like say Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, listen, you bring back meat. That's what matters, right?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, you bring back.
I was gonna say if you guys are gonna do a Thanksgiving podcast, I mean, it's got to be like literally the night of Thanksgiving and everyone just sitting there, just
like bro,
right?
So why do you stream?
My wife beater.
I'm gonna die. I ate so much turkey.
All got the itis.
My stomach explode. We're all probably drunk. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I know I definitely am going to get drunk on Thanksgiving for sure.
Yeah, I don't consume alcohol, but yeah, I won't be sober.
Yeah.
I was like, probably the only one. Then I was like, no, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this has been freaking pretty awesome. If you guys don't have anything else, like we can just ask Crispy.
We got two for we got to ask Crispy and Duke the
That's
final
true.
question.
Yeah, we got to ask them both questions. And Crispy, dude, for real, if you're interested in doing a walkthrough thing like you're talking about, you should definitely post those and maybe make some YouTube channels. I guarantee you'll get some hits.
I would watch them,
bro. I would watch it for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, I guess so. Dookie, you want to go first and answer what is it that you love best about being a parent, and then what is it that you love best about being a streamer?
Parents easy. I'm very immature. My name is the Duke of Dookie.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love being a kid being a kid. I love having kids and being a parent because it allows me to be a kid. And I mean, I can get away with playing with toys at a restaurant as long as I'm doing it with a child. So I don't want to
Your
think
child,
of
right?
Well, let's hope. I mean, but if some other kids got better toys, I'm gonna leave my kids behind and go play with that kid because he's way cooler. I'm joking. Don't. So it's easily it's fun, man. I just enjoy the fun of it all. the chaos. Like today, I got to clean paint off my carpet because my daughter decided to pour paint everywhere. The chaos of it all really just keeps me on my toes. But yeah, it's just every day is interesting, no matter what happens. So that's what I love about being a parent. About being a streamer, just honestly, I feel like I'm a much better viewer than a streamer. But I mean, I just like having fun with it either way. Just make as many jokes as I can about whatever's happening, either in my stream or someone else's. So that's it, man. Just trying to give somebody a laugh at some point. So
Gotcha.
That's great. I will say this: you got jokes. You got jokes.
that's the joy of a neglected childhood. You got to have a personality.
You have to have a coping mechanism, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Crispy?
Yeah, so parenting, I'm a big kid. I think I would still play with toys even if I didn't have 3 excuses in the house. But
It's
I
nice
love
to
watching
have
my
those excuses though.
Oh
right?
yeah,
You feel better about yourself, kind of like when you get something, you're like, well, kids will
right.
like
At least now I don't have to have a Nerf war with myself. I can actually
Yeah.
have
Nerf
other
wars.
people to shoot. But I really love watching my kids grow. I love seeing them become their own person. And I have 3 kids. They're 11, 10, and 8. And they are all so different. Each one has such a different personality than the other. And I don't know. I also love seeing a little bit of myself in them. Like
Yeah, you pick little things out that you do, and you're like, "Holy shit, did you just do that thing?"
Yeah.
Do you ever look at your wife and like your kid will do something? She's like, "Yeah, that's me. That's
Oh,
my
bro,
vibe."
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my wife will look at me like when my little guy does something, and she'll just look at me like, "Yeah, that's
totally you.
That's
Yeah.
you. You know that, right?" And I'm just like,
That's
"What are you
yours.
talking about?"
That's us. That's yours.
She's like, "That's your son, by the way."
Mhm.
Yeah.
My youngest one, I mentioned this. There were a couple people that were talking about their kid, not talking or being delayed in talking. And my youngest, he just for a long time he just didn't talk or didn't want to talk. I think it was by choice, really. But when he does, he is the funniest person I know, just in general.
So he picks his shots, is what you're saying.
He's so quiet and
Nice.
he's waiting and he's just so witty and quick.
It's all about timing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's probably going to be a comedian when he grows up. That or like some kind of like great philosopher.
Mhm.
Yeah. Either one
But
of
on
the two.
his terms.
No other options.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
going to be one of that kid in high school that everybody's like they try to make fun of, and he just kind of like stays silent, and then he'll like pick that one little thing that makes
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid that's trying to make fun of him like start crying because he knows it's true. It's like some deep dark secret that your kid is just like shoveled out of his soul and bared for everyone else to see.
Mhm.
Hypothetical Crispy's son got real dark.
That's
You're like, well, at least I got a mom.
Yeah, at least I got a mom, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn, they start like banging their lunch trays and shit. Oh my god. All right, man.
man. Oh man.
What about being a streamer, Crispy?
Yeah, what about being a streamer, Crispy?
Yeah.
What do you love about being a streamer?
I talked about I just started doing this during the pandemic because I was already going to be playing video games, and what the hell, really? What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
And I really see it as a creative outlet. You were talking about the videos in the background, the little snippets here and there, and it just gives me something to do with my weird and crazy brain.
Yeah.
I also really
Like an
enjoy
outlet for your weirdness, like you're
Yeah.
like, oh man, wouldn't this be friggin' awesome if I did this? And you're like,
Mhm.
I am going to do that.
I
the
said it
cool
also
thing
helps that
is-
you're fucking dope at it, man.
True that.
Oh.
It just, and you can make it your own, right?
Yeah,
if you look
exactly.
at any of our streams, they're all different and they're all little, they all resemble you and who
Yeah,
you
it's like
are.
pieces of yourself virtually, almost.
Mhm.
Like that
Yeah.
you're putting out there for everybody to see. Gotcha.
It's
Hell
excellent.
yeah. I love it, man.
Hills.
Mike, you
Mhm.
got any more questions, man?
Who we gonna raid?
Who are we going to raid? Dookie, Crispy. You
raid?
guys got any ideas?
Let me
I see right now.
Got a few of our guys on.
Yeah, I see.
Wrathful Ranger has one. Mr. Wicked has one.
Wrathful
Whistler's
Ranger.
on. Razaki.
Yeah, I mean Wrathful. I don't think Wrathful's affiliate yet. Actually,
It's Wrathful's not affiliate.
nope, he is not.
Oh, let's get him. He's playing 7 Days to Die.
Let's
Oh,
do it.
nice.
Nice, spooky.
All right, boys, you guys, we're gonna raid Wrathful Ranger. Give him a little POT love. Hashtag POT attack. POT raid. We're working on. I'm waiting for the emotes to come back for the cube, and then we're waiting for. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do about the.
Hey,
raid.
hold on 1 second. Scary NAFTA's got a question.
What's up, Scary? Shoot, bro.
Shoot.
Someone has a question.
Question.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Scary, what's up, bro?
Don't be scared.
Hope you didn't leave.
Uh-oh.
No,
Maybe he's just typing. We gotta wait.
Guys, I have a question.
Yeah, it's a very involved question.
Yeah. Maybe he's typing a novel.
2
Oh,
hours later.
4 hours.
There it
later.
is.
How do you guys balance everything? 'Cause it's
Ooh,
hectic
that's a
for
good
me.
one.
I mean, like balancing parenting and streaming, or
Or managing your
parenting,
anxiety
streaming,
versus reality.
job, and or parenting, streaming, marriage, job, house, everything. Everything has its place, man. You know,
The parent life
as far
and
as I
streaming?
go, as far as
Well-
me, I stream late at night.
Yeah.
Same.
I think that's probably a big one. Scary is we all stream when our kids and wife, significant others go to bed. And I try not to during the day whenever I'm spending time with my family. Like I try not to get on my phone at all. You know what I mean? Like I try to just set it down somewhere and like let it stay, keep it upstairs, so that way she knows like when I'm with her and my kid, I'm just concentrating on them. And it's balance, like Mike said. You've got to find some kind of balance of don't spend too much time streaming and editing and YouTubing and using videos. You got to balance them out, or you got to do more with the parenting. You don't ever want to stream and stuff more than you parent and stuff. But the late at night thing's good. Good one. I agree with that. Crispy or Dookie, you guys got any words of advice for him?
Yeah. So I'm going to piggyback off what you were saying. I definitely try to make my family time. You know, I'm more cognizant now about making that a priority, and you know, just making them feel like I'm in the moment with them. Everything else is turned off when I'm with them. And the good thing about that is that, you know, your significant other hopefully will see that and acknowledge that and be more accepting of you doing your own thing during your time. You know, my 2, 3, 4 hours every other night streaming is now more acceptable because you're making that moment special for them.
Right.
So
You're only that's your focus.
Right. So you're in the present when you're with them.
Yep. I think that's exactly what I was trying to get at. You make when you're with them, be with them. Don't like just be looking at your phone and like, oh yeah, I know it's hard, man, because you got to social media it up to be a streamer and stuff, but you know, it'll happen, man. You got to
make that quality time.
You have to.
Well, I was gonna say also you can also bring like your kids into actually playing games with you. Kind of like I like what Crispy does, actually get them involved too.
That
becomes a bonding, and also I can tell my wife, oh no, we're gonna go play games, and just totally put all that blame on my child, so it's perfect.
See, that's beautiful because then your wife is like she can't say no. You guys can't go bond and have fun together.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. You can't do that. So
that's it. Rope the kids in.
Hey, listen. As soon as my guy gets old enough to hold a mouse and barely even be able to type on a keyboard, I'm setting him a PC up right beside me. Bro.
Bro, we got hers this year. I'm working on a raiding party, man.
he'll be like just walking around in the game or whatever, not even doing anything. I'll be like, "You're doing great, buddy. Good job. You're so good. You're so great."
By the way, I was gonna say, Crispy, I never got that friend request from your son. By the way, he said he wanted to play games sometime. He goes, "Yo, we should link up. We should be friends on that." I was like, "Wait, all right. Is your dad cool with this?" Like,
Dookie's like, "Damn, he didn't really fan request me though."
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
he
ghosted.
honeypotted you. He got you.
Yeah.
Ghosted you. Crispy's son ghosted you. Damn. God,
Shucks.
bro. Yeah, but that's scary, man. Balance. If it's in one word, it'd be balance.
Mhm.
You know, and focus on time with them. But
Or as a few of us have said in the chat as well, late nights, stream when everybody else is asleep.
Yeah. That really helps.
Because late
I'm
nights.
thinking about doing it opposite. I'm gonna start like going to bed earlier and wake up like 3 o'clock in the morning and stream
You get
like
that
3
UK
to
crowd.
5, 3 to
You know
6.
what? That actually might work out because then you could get like, because dude, Ziggy's. I don't know if it's the New Zealanders don't have it. They just they're like up at that late. But man, I've looked at people streaming at that hour, like Ziggy and some other people, and they're always popping, dude.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I guess whoever's on Twitch, they don't have a lot of people to watch, so they're like, I got to find a good person to watch and stick with them.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe try. I mean, try it. I say try it one morning and see what happens. You never know, bro. But
That's it. And look, what's happening streams in the morning time?
there you go. Yes, she does. I caught her just chatting the other morning when the power was out in this house that I was trying to paint, and I was like, oh, she's streaming. So I was like watching her. She was doing her makeup and stuff, and it was just, it's fun to kind of start your morning off like Ziggy every morning, dude. That he streams.
Oh yeah,
like 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. And
throw
I
his
just
stream on is like a
stream on
daily
the
routine.
background. And like, I'll get my kid up, change his diaper, put him back down to bed, and then go get my breakfast, get my lunch ready, and I'm just listening to him chatting, type everything once in a while. It's just really cool. It's a good, like she does the good coffee and chit chat. You can kind of chill, talk with some people. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea, Mike. You should do it, man.
Might have to try that out.
All right.
Anyways,
questions. I just want to say thank you to OutlawMyke always.
Anytime, brother.
Solid, bro. My man XDukeofdookie finally got him on. Guest host.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Back anytime, bro. And our guest that showed us some awesome stuff and was just a great person to talk to, Crispy.
Raising the level again.
Raising the bar again. Thank you, Crispy. I hate you.
Yeah, man. Love you guys.
We appreciate it, dude. You're awesome, man. And thank you so much for being here. And all you guys, chat, everybody, you make this so great. Everybody's so awesome sauce. I would order you definitely if I was at Zaxby's and they had some sauce.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna raid Wrathful Ranger. Make sure I got his name right. Wrathful Ranger.
_
Ranger. Okay. Here we go, boys.
All right, ladies and dirtbags.
Doot.
Thanks for hanging.
Thanks for hanging, guys. Let's give him some POT love.
Kobe.
Kobe.
Here we go.
Nice. Well, yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
Oh yeah, man, it's so much fun.
Thank you, guys. Crispy, thank you for your time. Dookie,
I had a blast.
Appreciate you guys, man. For real. If y'all ever, either one of y'all ever want to come back on as return guests, just let us know, man.
For sure.
And I look forward to seeing some of those instructionals, man. For real, Crispy.
Watch those
Yeah,
DMs.
I was using this as a test run, so I'm glad it went over well.
Yeah, I think you could really help a lot of people out, dude.
And I like that potluck idea for Thanksgiving. I'm big in the cooking, so
I think
potluck. That's great.
What we could do with that is we could just have a bunch of people on the whole video thing.
Yeah,
people may be like the POT family, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
you
not
go.
have
Do my
guests.
segment like the weatherman and Family Guy. What are you cooking? Some shit. Back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool, man. Well, I think they might be putting an Among Us thing together. I don't know if you guys want to do that or what.
I'm supposed to be doing a Star Wars podcast tonight. I'm bringing back season 2 of
you guys check
Two
it.
Drunken
Check it out.
Jawas. I don't know if I need to see if Wobbermole's still about it. We kind of threw it together the last minute thing.
Okay, well, let me know, bro. Are you guys gonna put it on Anchor or anything where we can like listen to the
Yeah,
audio?
I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna do the same thing with Craigbot and throw it up on my was it last.fm? No, Launchpad. That's what it is.
Sweet,
Launchpad.
bro. Yeah,
But,
yeah,
man.
All right. I guess I'm gonna get off. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna go to bed or if I'm gonna play some video games.
I want to play some games.
What do you, man? You know what? I do want to play Ghostbusters. I kind of want to play Ghostbusters.
There you go.
Maybe we'll
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna pop over here to the other chat and see what Whopper Mole's doing.
Yeah, man.
All right.
See you guys
All
later.
right,
Good night, guys.
Thanks for hanging.
See ya.
Later.